for the final game of the 2022/2023 season. I am GreenBean. That is Jeremy. This is the Jetnation live reaction and watch party. Jeremy, how you doing, my friend? What's going on in your very shapely cranium today?
Crazy things. I'm glad I'm here. Last night was the second Saturday night in a row we lost power. We're getting all these storms in California.
Why? What's happening?
This time it didn't go through the entire night. We got lucky. It was like 11 at night. Said, let's just get in the bed. Power goes out. It's 11 at night. You just go to sleep and you hope it works out in the morning.
Yeah.
And woke up to go to the bathroom. The power was back on a couple hours later. So it wasn't as bad. But man, it's stressful. There are people out here in the suburbs that aren't in the city like I am that are without power for multiple days.
Yeah, well, it's like you realize just how much you depend on things like power and water these days. Back in the days of Little House on the Prairie, they didn't need this stuff. They had axes, they had wood. We don't have those things. And, it sucks when it goes down. Now, the whole thing, applying this to the Jets, Jeremy, the Jets ran out of power about 2 months ago, and I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I mean, I have my ideas. We have our ideas, right? We all know. We've been watching the whole time, but boy, oh boy, did this really, really promising season kind of slide down the shitter, let's say. What number one reason, Jeremy? What is it for you?
I obviously we were holding on. I think the worst moments of the season was when we lost AVT and Breece Hall.
Oh, yes.
I think that was the really the worst, thing that can happen to us. But we held on, and I think there's a time where teams can hold on, fought. It didn't work. They kept losing close games, and then they something got lost. They just lost confidence, and that's a sign of we're not there yet. When you look at teams like Pittsburgh and New England, they could be down, but they're never out. And those coaches know how to keep those guys playing. And that didn't happen for us. Our guys stopped. And that's the reality. They stopped after the Detroit game.
Well, I think it's a good point. Now, Jeremy, hold on a second. I'm going to turn off my glary lights. Bear with me for 13 seconds. And in the meantime, I will ask you this. If the New York Jets, in all the injuries, everything else was exactly the same, if we had a 65% or above quarterback, do you think that we're in the playoffs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, any kind of competent quarterback play would have been, we could name the games where if we would have had any kind of competency at all at quarterback, we win those games. The New England game, is glaring, right? If we had any kind of competency at quarterback, even if we had Breece Hall still playing in that game, where you got to figure the drives, we would have gotten into field goal range a couple of times and done something.
Yeah, and that's really the catalyst for my overarching feelings of like, we don't need to fire everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I'm disenchanted in lots of ways. I really am. But when you just add just competent quarterback play, I honestly think we have at least 2 more victories, probably more. And that gets us into the playoffs. So, again, now you can blame this organization for the quarterback that we have and the potential, the lack of switching or whatever. That's all on them. But at the same time, I think that when you're one player away from really getting into the dance, I don't think it's time to fire everybody. I think it's time to add someone, maybe that one person, that quarterback. Now, Jeffrey Williams checking in. Thanks, Jeffrey. I want to see more of Jermaine today. A lot of us wanted him at 4 or 10. The way he's playing would have been bad at 4 or 10. Well, I'm with you there. I think it'd be great to see Jermaine Johnson. Just start him, dude. What are we doing? Just start him. Put him and Michael Clemens and Bryce Huff. Put these guys in and let them get 50, 60, 90% of the snaps, and let's see what they can do. The truth is, I've really liked what I've seen from Jermaine Johnson. He's been limited, dude, part of the rotation, but when he's in there, does a really good job setting the edge. and he's super athletic. We've seen him, we've seen the need for that athleticism and him succeed using it. I really like Jermaine Johnson. The truth is, he was out of the top, let's say, 4 or 5 edge rushers in last year's draft, whether it's Hutchinson and Thibodeau and Karlaftis and the rest. He was my 4th out of 5. The guy that, interestingly, I had at 5 for me was the guy that ended up being the number 1 overall pick. And that's all well and good. But I really do like Jermaine Johnson. And again, getting him where we did is a song. It's a sweet, it's beautiful. And I think that we have every reason to believe that he's going to be a stud muffin. It's exciting. It's exciting to see. Hello, everybody in the chat. I got a few minutes late of a late start, and I do apologize, but I got to be real honest. I'm dumb. And when it comes time, like the game it's blacked out on Sunday Ticket, and I don't even know what channel I'm watching. I have no idea. So my wife, I needed to get her in here, and I couldn't start. But I'm glad you guys are all here, seeing lots of my familiar names. And I want you guys to know something before we get all shitted up and angry and disappointed or whatever it might be that's in our very near future. I sincerely appreciate you guys. And dare I say, I love you. I don't know, but I might love you guys. It's changed. Years ago, Jeremy, we'd watch the game with a couple buddies, maybe even alone. But this is a whole different thing. And I really do appreciate it. It can be aggravating at times, of course. But the truth is, man, is we're all allowed our feelings. We're all allowed our opinion and our point of view. And I really do appreciate this kind of expansion of Jets fandom, man. And I thank you again, before we get all into this craziness, I really do thank you for being here, for the support, and just for being yourselves. I'm happy with this expansion into the internet version of Jets fandom. But I'm with you, Jeffrey Williams. I really am. We got another one here, Pure Adrenaline Sports. This is our old buddy, John Postman. Did I not make Pure Adrenaline Sports a moderator, Jeremy? Can you see that?
I always thought that he was. Let me look.
Well, John Post is. I don't know if Pure Adrenaline. I got to check that.
Oh, okay. By the way, I don't know if you know this, GreenBean, but this is kind of a happy thing. I'm really happy for him. Pure Adrenaline Sports hit 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
So they hit a really big milestone.
I remember when he had 3. You know what I mean? 3, 4 subs. So good for you, Postman. Pure Adrenaline Sports. John, look, he's doing God's work out there with these channels, right? We're good people, man. I like John. So he says, GreenBean and Jeremy, thanks for the live streams this season. Sucks our season ends today, but this team is heading in the right direction. And well, thank you, Postman. I really do appreciate it. You've been with us since the very beginning, buddy. And again, like this is going to be I'm going to try to make this a love fest, Jeremy. Why not? Let's appreciate each other today. Yes, even the people you disagree with the most. Let's wrap them with virtual hugs. But yeah, well, good. I appreciate the sentiment, Pure Adrenaline Sports, and right back at you, buddy. Truly, this is going to be a great day. Now, Jeremy, if you had to predict, like this is more than likely Flacco's last game in the NFL. More than likely. I mean, who knows? He might hold on for 10 more years for all I know. More than likely, it's his last game. If it's not his last game in the NFL, it's even more likely that it's his last game as a New York Jet. What do you think is going to happen? You think he's just going to fucking want to get through it? Or you think he's going to go, you know what? I'm summoning every last shred of pride and excitement that I have, and I'm going to light it up. What do you think you're going to see today?
Well, I think he wants to do great. I think he's going to try and he's going to fight. And I think he still has the fire. He wants to be, whether he's good or not is a different question. Whether he's capable is a different question. He wants to be an NFL quarterback. He still wants to play. This is an opportunity for him to show the Jets or any other team in the league watching, whatever the role is, I could still play quarterback in this league. I want a contract next year. I want to keep playing. He doesn't need the money. Guy loves to play football. So that's what he's going to be doing. He's going to come out and he's going to play hard because he, You don't win a Super Bowl and have the career he had and come out not caring about your performance and not taking it personally and not, I mean, that's my thing. I think he's going to come out. He's going to play as hard as he can.
Now, what do you guys think? I think that's interesting, man. I would really like to have fun today. Win, lose. Like, look, I've told you guys I'm rooting for a win. I understand the draft implications. I'm rooting for a win. I'm rooting for our guys to pull one last nugget of positivity out of this. Now, quickly, but whatever it is, I hope it's fun. So I'm about to see a kickoff, Jeremy. Where are you?
I'm watching them. I guess the kickoff already happened. I wasn't paying attention.
All right. So here, all right,
They're huddled up.
here it is. Kick. So I just had the kick. See how behind I am today.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna
touch back.
I'm gonna pause it at 14 seconds left on the play clock.
Okay.
Tell me when you catch up.
Got it. Madburn or Malburn, forgive me, says Flacco doesn't want to play anymore. You can see it in his manner. See, that's the thing. I agree. He's going to have to dig deep and summon. That's my word of the day, Jeremy. Summon. He's going to have to go deep because, bro, like we were talking about it all week, all right, hold on. 13, 12, I'm sorry, 11, 10,
Okay.
9,
I think we're
8,
close enough.
7, 6, 5. You see it? 4.
Yeah, he's doing the thing with his.
He's handing it off, and it's a blown. They got 6 yards up the gut.
Wow.
Up the gut. This is why we need guys. I'm a big supporter of the idea of big, huge, dare I say, fat yet nimble, sloppy yet strong defensive tackle to play next to Quinnen Williams. I'm there. That's where I want, in addition to offensive linemen. But I think if we do that, we're going to be good. So, Jeremy, I got 14 on the play clock right now. We got motion, and we got the snap. And it's another handoff, and they do a little bit better job. Yes, okay, they got him at the line of scrimmage. A little bit of C.J. Mosley, a little bit of Quincy Williams. Finnegan wants to cut Streveler. What did he ever do to you, Finn? What did Streveler do?
I don't know why it would be bad to have Streveler like on the practice squad. Like, there's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? It was, but I have to admit, like in today's game, I think it would be appropriate just to start Streveler. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the motivations are, Jeremy.
I wouldn't mind. Like whatever they want to do, it doesn't really matter. I mean,
yeah,
it is what it is. I just want to. There were certain players I wanted to see.
Dude, he's lined up offside. So I mean, Carl Lawson.
Ridiculous.
All right, first down. Did you see that? I mean, surprised they didn't call that. Maybe it was the angle I had.
I would have liked to. I just care about certain players getting reps. Like there are certain players I'd like to see get some reps.
Like, look, I'd love to see Quinnen get another sack. You know what I mean? I'd like to see some padding today. Why not? You know what I mean? But in addition, right, I'm with you. I'm leaning more toward reps. I'd love to see Nathan Shepard get his reps. We never see enough of him. And I just think it's time for Nathan Shepard. Well, Bryce off, Jermaine Johnson, as was said by Jeffrey. Oh, my God, look at the hole, dude. Yeah. I just can't stand it anymore.
Like, where's Jamie and Sherwood? Why don't we get to see this kid? If he's part of the future, why wouldn't you give this kid reps if he's part of the future?
He's another one. Yeah, well, we didn't beat him by 40, Billy, but we scored 40 on him. We dropped 40. Now we got to see how maybe, man, I don't know. I guess it was a decent block. Okay, here we go. He's running up. Dude, they're just running on us. That's what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to say, hey, Jets, watch this.
Well, we do know where this head coach comes from, right? So,
yeah, this is the run game coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. Mike LaFleur, as we know, was the passing game coordinator, which is why we never run.
Yeah.
It's funny. We get lots of complaints that we're running too much. But I mean, we get 12, 14 rushes a game, dude. It's crazy. And we're not even down. Like all of our games are predominantly 1-score games, except for the last 2 weeks. It's like, and we abandoned the run. It's crazy.
Wow. Shotgun, even though it's 3rd and 1.
Let's see.
That wasn't bad. All right. Are you caught up?
Oh, yeah. I'm like a second or two behind you. That was nice.
Okay.
Second and 10. Detroit versus everyone. Detroit Lions fans are enamored with our boisterous chats, and he's coming here even though he has no reason to. Zach should be starting. Your franchise is a total foolish joke. Why is Flacco playing? Because you just got here and you don't understand a goddamn thing. That's why. Detroit versus everyone. You know, you can go suck a lemon. How's that sound? You don't know anything. Let's see. Get him. There you go. Okay. So it's going to be 3rd and 8, right? About approximately. Why is it overrated, dude? Like, dude, this is game 17. It's not like they had a 3 or 4 week stretch. The defense is very good. It's not finished. You know what I mean? It's better than it was supposed to be. But overrated, I have to disagree, Cespos.
Well, look, this is the key. It's 3rd and 7 right now, right? Let's see if they get off the field. That's how the defense is built to get off the field right now. It's supposed to, if it's working.
Hey, Mr. Terrible in the house. What's up, buddy?
Looks like a penalty.
Oh, that's going to be an offside, I think. Looks like maybe a false start. Somebody was ready to go. Yeah, this is where I am. Jason Ratcliffe. He says, the D looks bad this time. Then they can't be giving 100%. You know, look, and it's I would imagine it's hard. You know what I mean? To like find it and dig deep, particularly if the offense comes out and they can't do anything again. You know what I mean? Like, that's disheartening. You know what I mean? It is. It just takes the wind out of your sails. I mean, you think of what this defense has done with, in many games, 0 offensive effort. Come on.
Why are people so upset? That was if they have to punt now, we're okay, right?
Yeah.
What's the problem with that?
I know. They got a couple firsts. No biggie.
Why is Mosley so mad? Why is he punching the ground? Is he hurt?
Yeah, it looks like he's hurt. Shit. Last game of the year. He's like, God, dang it.
That's why Jamie and Sherwood's be in there. Well, it looks like he'll get to be in there anyway. He might have the wind knocked out of him, right? Based on he's holding.
Nah, it doesn't look like it. Let's see what happens here. He's getting dragged. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't see the injury. Oh, it's his abdomen. Remember, he had the groin injury, Jeremy, that kept him out for most of 2019. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Jerry the Jet. That's what I'm thinking. Thinking. So Jettasonic with a decent point here. He'd rather Miami make the playoffs than New England. So if Miami wins, they're in. But here's the thing. If Miami wins, then one of them is in. If we win and New England loses and Pittsburgh wins, which is they're more than likely to do, in my opinion, more than likely. Not a guarantee, of course. But I think that would be best case. And I hate the Steelers. I'm sick of the Steelers too, man. Believe me. But if we beat Miami, Bills beat the Patriots, and the Steelers win, which is all, I mean, it's not far-fetched, then nobody makes it in the AFC.
Are they going to go for it on 4th and 5?
Yeah, they don't care. It's the end of the season.
If they snap this ball, that is the – yeah, but they're playing for the playoffs.
Right. Well, look, C.J. Mosley's out. They're ready. Don't jump.
Oh, my God. They're really going to do it. Get them. Make them pay for it.
Quinnen. Oh, he had him.
All right.
Get him. Come on, you bunch of scrubs. They're not going to give him the late hit, are they? He was standing in the damn. Look at that. Defense. Look at Jermaine Johnson. Everybody's involved.
The disrespect to our defense.
That's
You're going to go for it on 4th and 5?
Jermaine Johnson crushed him.
Good.
See now White Cotton on the sideline. Yeah. I love it.
Now they'll think about it before they go on 4th down.
Oh, let's see. All right, guys. There we go. What do you think? Right, Jettasonic, stupid play call. But that's the thing. Jeremy just nailed it. It's disrespect, dude. They're thinking that we're washed. They're thinking that we're giving up. And clearly that's not the case. I like seeing Jermaine Johnson out there. I'd really like to see. Jeremy mentioned it earlier. So did Jeffrey. I'd really love to see a heavier dose of Jermaine Johnson, some Bryce Huff, some Jamie and Sherwood, maybe, Tony Adams is starting. Let's keep an eye on Tony Adams, see how he does today. I'd love to see Ashton Davis in there. Let's get them in the game, see what happens, see if they can give us the illusion that they're the answer. I love that. I love when they do really well in these circumstances and we think we have the guy. I love it. I love these illusions. It's funny.
Yeah. You got to imagine the coverage must have been great on that 4th and 5 with all that time of him running away. Couldn't find anyone. There must have been great coverage.
That's right. Great coverage. And that's the thing, guys. And look what was happening on the interior. Dude, Quinnen was double teamed and literally pushed the entire group back into the quarterback, reached out and almost had him himself. So, this is the thing. While we are not a finished product by any means, and we have lots of things to look at and to address and really hard choices to make, the truth is that by and large, our defensive line is not in question. Okay. You could use a run stuffing guy and you really could, but the defensive line is solid, man. We have young guys that are going to bloom, right? The defensive backs, particularly the cornerbacks, you have Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, and Michael Carter II. They're all under contract for the next 2 to 3 to 4 years, depending, right? So, dude, that's key. I mean, these are two major groups that can change the entire trajectory of a defense. And look at that. Look at Quinnen, dude. Look at this. Yeah, he's Michael Carter II's there. Look at Jamie and Sherwood, not on my watch, man.
He was policing everything.
That's right. Yeah. So, again, I'm disappointed as anybody, but there's lots of things. You can choose to hang your hat on some really nifty parts of the team. Okay, I got a snap. I got Flacco handing it off to Michael Carter. I got a 2-yard gain. That's what I got. Jason Edwards, what's up, buddy? Rob Grano reminding us, hey, take a second, everybody.
Wow,
look at the Bills. They're making sure the Patriots don't do shit.
Look at the Bills. Look at the Bills.
Drive it home. I hope they stick the dagger so deep in the Patriots' chest that it comes out their ass. That's what I want.
It just makes it a little bit more painful, that we lost that Seattle. Right? Okay.
Yeah, of course, dude. The whole thing. It's a foray into just how painful can it be. Look at Flacco, terrible pass, looks like pass interference to me, but it's not going to get called. Okay. Right. Eric Weinstein wants some beef. That's right. Beefsteak, Brutus beefcake, if you will. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Let's look at this offensive line. Ogbagi, Tomlinson, McGovern, LDT, Remmers.
All right, here we go. It is 3rd and 8. This offense is a juggernaut. Here they go. It's a snap. Good protection, and he throws it. Nice. Oh, my God.
Nice. Elijah
Moore.
Elijah.
There we go. Now, guys, I'm going to point out, I know I'm going a little bit early with this, but I want to show you the guy that I want for defensive line this year. I'm just going to show you. You can contemplate it, but this is him. That's who I want. I want Brutus the Barber Beefcake for our defensive line. I want nothing short of the beefcake. That's what I want. All right, 1st and 10. Flacco looks like he's 24 years old today. All right, got some motion. Ooh, is that Ruckert? Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
What was that?
Talk
about knowing the play. Jeesh.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, so let's see what the fuck. Oh my God.
Nobody blocked.
I mean, you gotta block somebody first, dude. Who was that? That was Tomlinson again, dude. He's fucking garbage, man.
Trash, and we're stuck with him. There's no way out of that contract without crazy dead cap money.
It's insane.
Just for another year. Just for another year.
Yeah, you got to surround them with really. Look at this again. Okay, there you go. Get it to Ty John, dude. We're not blocking, dude.
Excessive tackling.
But listen, here's the thing. Miami's known to send the house. They're doing the zero blitz thing. Make them pay. Make them pay. That was actually not the worst choice by Flacco, throwing directly into the pressure. It's what you want to see him do. But, we got to make it. We got to make it. All right. Everybody wants the beefcake. There it is. I know. Jingle dubs. I mean, look, 3 starters are out. You know what I mean? So it's going to be rough. All right. Here we go, O-line. 3rd and 13. This is all us. Come on.
Oh,
Yeesh. Flacco got killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was who's on the right? Is it Abuye on the right and Remmers on the left? What do we got?
No, Abuye is on the left and Remmers is on the right. Oh no. It looks like Remmers is on the left.
No, that's Abuye on the right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Remmers is on the left. Wow, okay.
Abuye was owned. I mean, completely owned. From the snap, he just pushed him back, got Flacco.
Great field position, punt. That's what it really is. They went for it because they're not afraid of our offense. It's not their defense.
That's right. That's well said. Well said. Yeah. Jetasonic, I see follower of Christ FOC saying the same thing. I mean, Tomlinson, in my opinion, is the biggest disappointment. Obviously, Zach, but I mean, as far as the free agent class. Wow, look at that. Look at that.
Wow. Who was that? Who's 21?
That's Ashton Davis.
Davis. Wow. Okay.
Ashton. Well, it wasn't even him. That was all the punter on that one. It just landed and went out.
He's punting to save his job. There are people saying they don't expect Braden Mann to be back. So, but that punt's a good statement.
Well, they have an argument, dude. I mean, he's been sporadic at best. I mean, he clearly shows the talent at times, but boy, oh boy, does he suck an egg sometimes. You know what I mean? As well, I think there should at least be a competition. I wouldn't cut him. You know what I mean? I like Braden Mann. I liked him coming out. I like the whole thing, but I mean, there's an argument, man. He's not awesome.
Certainly a competition, but last week's punt, people gave him a hard time. He actually did a good job of getting that punt off. He was able to angle and get it past. That's a block punt for a lot of punters like last week. And, so there is some unfair criticism.
Yeah. Well, I agree with Chris Bash or Bachi. Bash. You see them bringing 2 to 3 extra blitzing players on every play. There should be slants in middle of the field open. Come on, LaFleur. You see, I'm with you, man. I mean, that's the thing. Like, while LaFleur, again, when you sit down and you remove the emotions and you watch the game tape of the day, the coach's film, or the all 22 as it's affectionately labeled, you see so many plays that the scheme works and the quarterback can't hit it, just for whatever reason, throws it fucking 5 yards over their head. But on top of that, there's such an aggravating aspect to Mike LaFleur. It's almost as if he doesn't care what the defense is showing him. He's just going to run I don't know. I don't get it. Like, I'm with you there. Make them pay. If you're sending 2 extra guys, 3 extra guys, then there's going to be places that are wide open. Hit them. And the other part is you got to have a quarterback that's fearless and doesn't care that they're in the zone, that there's a defender in the zone. You got to hit him. You got to take that you got to thread that needle and take advantage of the space that you do get. That's been our big problem with us. Like, there's open guys all over the place. All right, here we go. The Miami Dolphins are backed up against their end zone. They're handing it off, and they push it.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. Okay, they got what, 3, 4 there? Maybe 4. All right, I can get the Brutus DeBartis beefcake off now. Okay, there he goes. I forgot I had him up there. There's some Sherwood. Yeah, man. Sherwood's, I believe Sherwood is primed, real good pipeline guy. I think he's primed to move into a starting role, and I think he's going to do very, very well with us. Okay, keep an eye on Sherwood. You got Sherwood and Quincy out there. Look at Sherwood. Come
Sherwood.
on,
Sherwood.
dude.
All
I mean,
year
now,
I've been calling for this kid to play.
right. Now, I would have liked him to blow it up and knock him backward, so it's not perfect, but dude, he's right. He read the play, shot the gap, made the tackle. Sherwood, FOC. Sherwood, FOC.
Sherwood. He's going to be like the new battle cry. Sherwood!
Do I know Jetnation wants to go? Do I notice the receivers for at times? Sure, for sure, but not like not the same. Come on, dude, you got to call that shit, Bryce Huff. Oh my God, they got it.
Leaded it.
4 Jets standing there. Was it 3 or 4 Jets just standing around them?
That was ridiculous.
I want to see this. This whole look at Quinnen getting held. It's just sickening, dude. I'm just so fucking tired of it. Like, it's one thing. Look, you don't want to say, call holding on every play. But when the play can't happen without the hold, then you got to call it, man. Right? Am I wrong?
They don't call holding for us.
Busted Knuckles in the house, right? Reminding us, be grateful. Look at Quinnen. Come on.
Get him.
Oh, Quincy, dude.
This is why he must go. It's too many times.
What, Quincy Williams?
Missed tackles.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
crazy.
He's a 50-50. Great tackle, complete with.
Yeah, totally. I'm with you, man. Like, to me, it's like Quincy Williams is the perfect depth guy. Perfect. Come in rotationally, give your guy a spell, like 15 plays a game. That's what Quincy Williams is to me. If he's there, I think he could really do a good job. As the starter, man, I'm with you. It's like too many missed tackles, bro. Too many. All right. Fake. He did a little. Okay.
Oh. Nope. That better not
my
be
God. Fucking wide open, Sauce.
Gotta be.
Come on, buddy.
We're going to make this kid look like a star.
This is the thing, like like I'm rooting for a win today. I hear what everybody's saying. I've rooted for a loss the last game of the season, 11 of the last 12 years. I think this team's on the ascend. I'd like to see them win. But that said, it is a nice silver lining. It's a soft, warm landing spot. We lose. You know what I mean? Get a draft pick.
Still frustrating to watch just like some of these players, like,
Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Whose fault was that? I have to think that was Quinnen Williams's impact. That's what I think.
Well, 99 is Curry is the one they're giving a lot of credit to.
Well, let's see the center's scared. Look, see that? It is. Oh, it's Nathan Shepard.
Yeah, he ran over to get Shepard.
Yeah, he left early. There we go.
All right, we'll take it.
I'm with you, Matt Ryder. I like more aggressive defenses.
But the thing about it, GreenBean, is that was a gift.
That was a gift. Look at this.
It's okay. We'll give it right back to him. Third and look, I got to look around.
3rd and 30?
No, well, that was 3rd and 22.
No, that wasn't a 10-yard. Fucking drunk.
3rd and 20. I was 4 yards off. It's 3rd and 20.
Yeah, so what? So I was 4 yards off. So
we were in the middle. Balls. We were equally off. We're both old. What's going to happen now?
All right. Come on.
Tackle him. Good tackle.
Right, Bryce Huff. Right, there you go. Michael Carter.
That's
right. So it's 4th and 22, 23.
They may as well go for it. I mean, they know who's playing offense for us.
That's the thing, man. They're booing in Miami. I can't hear. Let me see if I can hear.
Yeah. What did they expect? You have a rookie quarterback, and it's 3rd and 26. Did they expect him not to check it down?
Yeah, well, they a lot of these guys thought Skylar Thompson was the answer.
Yeah, they had him as
I
the.
get that.
Wow, that was a good punt.
I mean, Skylar Thompson is their Streveler. The only thing is
Yeah.
that he's actually a real quarterback. Streveler, with all due respect, he throws meatballs. Yeah, well, Jets 44 Huff needs a contract and play more with Jermaine Johnson on this side next year. I agree, man. And then you got Michael Clemens, behind him. Whether or not you can figure something out with Carl Lawson. I mean, Carl Lawson's next year is probably going to be a little bit better. I mean, he hasn't been a huge disappointment, Carl Lawson. Disappointing as far as getting home with the sacks, but he has an impact. He's a good player, and he messes up a lot of plays. His impact is felt. I think a lot of people were expecting 15, 10, 15 sacks, somewhere in there. And in that respect, sure, he's got lots of hits, lots of pressures, and some sacks. But I don't know if you can pay that man $15 million. That's the thing. It all depends and see what they do.
It's purely financial. I wouldn't be shocked if they restructured. He seems to like the Jets. I wouldn't be shocked if there was something worked out to extend and like restructure and make it more digestible,
Dolphin girl checking in. She was here last time, and she was utterly embarrassed. She was mortified by what she saw last time. The final nail in the coffin was Quinnen Williams absolutely humiliating with a mush to the chest Tyreek Hill. But she's back. Welcome back. And she is saying, I wish we could play the Jets every week, even though the last time we did, we completely trounced you.
Put up a 40 burger.
Yeah, and they just punted. So I don't know what's so exciting.
What's one saving grace about this season is, as bad as the Jets collapse was, it wasn't nearly as bad as the Dolphins collapse, because they don't even have the excuse of all the injuries. They just collapse because they stink.
Well, their quarterback thing is bad.
Right, but our quarterback thing is bad too. At least they didn't lose the whole offensive line.
Fair point. Fair point. I mean, look at Dolphin girl. Like, dude, you act like you've done anything. I mean, how long have you been watching the Dolphins?
I know.
I mean, dude, your streaks, the only streak we have over you is that we haven't made it to the playoffs in 12 years. Everything else, you guys are hot garbage, dude. Hot garbage.
When's the last time the Dolphins have played a playoff game or won a playoff game?
It's a long time.
Right. So she should just shut up and be humble.
Yeah, I get the feeling that that she doesn't know stuff. But she does know that Zach is hot. So there's that. All right, Flacky, let's go. He's handing it off to Bram Knight, who runs into somewhat of a brick wall, gets about 2 yards. I know. Then Joe Douglas, Tua is a walking injury. It's
oh boy.
Look at that. They're calling that a touchdown. Amaze balls. I mean, it's a sad thing with Tua. Like, look, I don't root for the Dolphins, whatever. I want them to lose. But that's the kind of stuff you go, damn, man. Like, he's clearly a talented quarterback. And the concussion thing, like, his career could very well be over. And that's sad to see. Jesus.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
I love how they're trying to run with this offensive line and they're just running into a wall. I mean, I understand you got to run the ball. I mean, nothing's going to work today, but it's just like that play was just kind of like,
Yeah. Well, it's right. It's knowing when and how. You know what I mean, Jeremy? That's all we're asking.
Yeah.
All right. So Jason Edwards reminding us, Dolphin girl, just so you know, the Dolphins haven't won a playoff game since 2000. That's 22 years. If you recall, we made it to the championship game twice in that time and numerous playoff appearances. So, and you guys have been looking for a quarterback since Dan Marino. So, I mean, we're not exactly, there's no real gap. I mean, we're bedfellows. You know what I mean? Like, right. That's the truth of it.
It's not like we're overall any better. And like, I love playing the Jets. Well, I wish we could play them every game. Well, we put up a 40 burger on you. It's the end of the first quarter and the score's 0-0. So what do you love about it?
So what's so exciting? Jingle Dub's pointing out that he's got a sneaking suspicion that Dolphin Girl is simply Jets forever. which is possible. If she mentions Ruckert once, then we know. She already said Zach is hot. So there, I don't know.
Ruckert's a good-looking guy. I mean,
yeah. Ruckert. I love me some Jeremy Ruckert. I'd like to see. He's another one. I forgot to mention him when we were talking about guys you'd like to see a little bit today. Ruckert's definitely high on that list. Definitely. I'd like to see some Jeremy Ruckert. A nice heavy dose of Jeremy Ruckert.
I mean, I was so excited when we got a Jeremy on the team. Get him playing well. Obviously, I have to get a jersey.
Yeah, let's see. Bill Liebold talking about Lawson. Lawson production will be better after a year of recovery. It's amazing how he's playing so. Well, that's kind of a going, like an understood aspect of the Achilles injury is that, it's the second year back that they're really back to 100%. Now, dude, Carl Lawson's clearly effective. Again, not where maybe we wanted and hoped, and that's fair. It's a fair point. But he's involved, like he makes an impact often, and he's held. I've never seen a player held so consistently. Never. Not even like Gastineau and all those, John Abraham. Like Carl Lawson is held like sometimes like forearm around his neck and they don't call it. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah. And Bryce Huff is one of the most held guys I've seen in a long, long time. Like
Bryce Huff's first step is unreal.
And then they hold him. That's the only way. He gets that jump, and then they grab onto him around his neck.
Marco Marcus wants to know, while we're watching this commercial break, what's your opinion on bringing back Rex Ryan? Now, I'll say this. Number one, I hate going backwards, but I think a lot of people are choosing to forget the final 4 years of Rex Ryan. Okay, here we go. We got a 3rd and 6 over here on my TV. Shotgun. Flacco's back to pass. He gets crushed.
Wow.
Yep. I mean, he made it to almost a yard, a yard within the first down. Go for it, dudes. 4th and 1.
Not from there.
Fuck it. Have some fun. You know what I mean? What is this? Everybody being so serious. Loosen up. Who was that? Garrett Wilson with the reception. Okay. It gives him 4 more yards or whatever.
There's nothing like a play that you design where you stop before the first down marker.
I know. Just run another yard, dude. So many offensive coordinators do that, though. Like, it's a weird, I mean, dude, again.
It's because the defense is giving it that much.
Exactly. And you want to give it to your wide receiver the opportunity to break it and get the yard, which happens. You know what I mean? I understand it, but you know what's even more safe? Just run to the sticks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And get it. So I think a lot of people choose to forget the final 4 years of Rex's tenure. Let's not forget, Rex had 2 GMs, 3 offensive coordinators, 2 defensive coordinators, a series. I mean, you had Sanchez, you had Gino. I guess outside of injury, I think so. He had 2 quarterbacks. Like, he's had a lot, dude. Rex had all sorts of. Well, you can count Tebow. And so he had 3. But what do you think? I mean, bringing Rex Ryan back, how do you feel about that?
I think it's really easy to romanticize, like when you remember the positives, you remember the glory days, the 2 AFC championship games. And like you said, you forget the years that followed. And the problem is I think that Rex wants more control of the people that come in. And we saw that he doesn't do that well. So, like, would he come in anyway with a role of you're the coach, JD's the GM, keep your mouth shut and coach the players? And, maybe that scenario I've never really seen, like a Rex Ryan that just coaches the team that's selected for him. Like we saw that the first 2 years and he went to 2 championship games. But when it came to him having a say on who the talent was, that's when we went downhill. So I'm not going to say it's totally ridiculous, but he would have to accept the role as you're not a GM, you're a coach.
Yeah. Right. All you do. And you have to be more involved. Like, you have to coach. Like, he was really focused on one side of the team as well. He was a glorified defensive coordinator. Now, like Mr. Terrible said, look, we did have an identity with Rex, but that's not all good. It was really good the first couple of years, man. And it was so refreshing. And I'm going to be honest, I could not have loved it more. When he came in and was just like, fuck, screw everybody. I don't give a shit. Jets, play like a Jet, same old Jets back in the AFC Championship game. Like all those kinds of things. I loved it. But when it doesn't work for 1, 2, 3, you gotta change. You gotta get off of it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it would be a bad idea. That's what I think. And I think we'd realize it very soon. And then we'd be even worse laughing stock than we
I really think what this team needs is an offensive coordinator, and not get rid of LaFleur. I mean, I don't think it's like, I just think it was too soon. There's such thing as being promoted too soon.
Yeah. I don't know. I struggle with it because look, dude, I really have problems with, okay, we got to play. Hold on. I really do. Okay. Skylar's back to pass. We got a little bit of pressure here coming from that side. Nope, you got to make that tackle. Okay, Carter. All right. Okay. Good tackle.
Really
good open field tackle.
I really wanted to focus on the tackling this offseason. Like really focus when they come back to camp. Tackle. If anything we learned this year, there's some guys that need to learn how to do it.
See Tony Adams out there with good coverage.
Yeah.
Okay, he read that. Nice play.
Yeah. That's scary when you see Hill out there in open field.
I know it really is, because he'll catch it, man. Even if you're covering him, like he's a serious guy. All right, we got the handoff up the middle. Good stuff. CJ Mosley's back in there. Yeah, that was a crush. Quinnen and CJ Mosley. Yeah. Well, it's funny. Fat Rex. That's the different Rex, man. Different Rex. Solo Marco Polo, what's up, buddy? He says, really, Rex really did piss me off when he doesn't use Tebow. But you know why he didn't use Tebow? Because they saw the season sinking, and he separated himself from the Mike Tannenbaum move. You know what I mean? Like he separated himself. I didn't want this guy. This is bullshit. He's ruining the team. That's what he did. All right, come on. Damn it. Okay.
All right.
But you see, pressure is pressure.
They got a punt from there. I would hope. That was a good punt before, by the way. We had a good punt.
Yeah.
Braden Mann did that was a pretty good one. He pinned them pretty far back.
Yeah, so 2 good punts from Braden Mann so far. It's nice to see us punting so much. CD, no to Rex, Mark Sanchez, Kyle Wilson, Muhammad Wilkerson, Quentin Copels, D. Milner, Sheldon Richardson. I know. It's on and on and on and on. And look back then. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Come on, let's go!
What do you got, Barrios? What do you got?
Look at him! He's spinner. Oh,
nice.
So nice.
Nice. Little.
Yeah. I mean, look, and back then, guys, don't forget, like the Jets, we couldn't hit on our first round picks. It's just such a funny thing, like how we forget, like hitting on thirds and fourths and fifths, like it was not even in the equation. Like it's like 1%, or obviously I don't have the real stats, but
hey, I'm gonna be gone for 2 minutes. I just gotta give my dog some meds.
All right, there he goes, Jeremy. He's out. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Look, guys, I loved Rex as much as anybody, truly. And I defended him up and down the street. I really did. But you have to remember the tumult. It was 4 years of craziness. The Jets forced Rex on a new GM, which limited our capacity to get another GM. Get a legitimate GM. It's why we got Idzik. Idzik is an accountant in many respects. And we followed an accountant with an accountant. And it's just, dude, it just elongated the pain, man. So I'd like to go forward, not backward. And again, I'm not a fan of firing the staff. And I don't love the staff. I have lots of issues, but I'm not a fan of firing the staff. It's like when you just look over the last 15 years, it's just fire. And it's not always the head coach. Look, Rex had 3 offensive coordinators. Bowles had 3. That's 6 offensive coordinators, dude, and 2 coaching regimes. Numerous defensive coordinators. It's just, I don't know, guys. You know what I mean? Let's just stick with some people, see if they can overcome their difficulties. There's lots to hang our hat on. I'd like to get a touchdown right now. Wouldn't that be nice? Right, Rusty Spooner? Rumor has it that the Fish are going to fire McDaniels. Hopefully we get him as offensive coordinator. I know. What an interesting thing, right? Like, and would he want to come here? Maybe make the Dolphins pay, or would he just go back to Shanahan? I find it so odd. Like, they fired Flores after 2 winning seasons. They were 10-6 and 9-7. I forget the order of it. But they had collapses, late season collapses. Now, this is another late season collapse, but it's his first year. And you have to look at it that, the Tua thing. Now, maybe they're mad, they don't like that he mismanaged it. Okay, Flacco back to pass, immediate pressure. Look at this. Oh, Flacco's so bad. Flacco's so bad, he's not good anymore. Flacco needs to go to bed. I know. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you guys. In my opinion, you should just start Zach today, right? What is this? Just start Zach. Start, if nothing else, start Straveler. Throw caution to the wind. Busted Knuckles, this is how I feel. I honestly believe, like, if you gave this defense an offense that could stay on the field. There he goes. Look at this guy. Hey, Corey Davis. If you gave this defense oh, you're back. Sorry, Jeremy. All right. Sorry.
No worries.
This defense an offense that was not completely inept. Think about 3 to 4 less drives a game. Think about, having rest. Think about the excitement, the motivation of like getting a sack for a fumble and having the offense take advantage of it. Like, all those things matter, dude. And this defense, by and large, the whole year kept teams under 20 points, 22 points, almost the entire year. Look at Bam Knight.
Bam Knight. He was so
but he got hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now, who is this that gets beat? I don't care about this. Can you please show the kid? Not the kids. I want to see the play. You know what I mean?
Why is he being nice to the kid? I'm just kidding.
Just want to see the play. Now, I'm going to bring out the chips because why not? I got the Doritos Cool Ranch chips for luck.
For luck? Oh, that's not offsides?
Oh, my God, Garrett Wilson.
Can we? That wasn't offsides. It looked like that guy jumped. Let's watch. No, I guess he was good. He just timed it well. It's like they knew the count.
I don't know about the interference, though, man. Like, look at this. He's not playing the ball, dude. What is this?
Yeah. They don't call that penalty anymore. Barely.
It's weird.
You have to tackle the guy to get that
Jason
call.
Edwards, thank you for the super chat. We are one quarterback away from a 5-year playoff run. I agree. And then you keep building. Like, obviously, we need to address other areas. Come on. Fucking terrible.
Jesus Christ. What the hell was that?
Just put Zach in, dude.
What was that?
Like, what are we doing? Flacco can't play anymore.
I just want a competent quarterback.
That's all. That's all we're asking.
A competent quarterback, just a real quarterback.
Somebody that can take advantage of that stuff,
55-yard attempt. Well,
what does this mean? You a beta? What does beta mean? Get out of here with that, Dolphin fan.
Beta is like a sample, like, right? Something goes into beta.
Right. Look at this. No! Did he make it? He fucking missed it. Oh my God. Everything just goes to shit.
It's amazing to me. I mean, I want to. It's like if we lose, it's like in some ways, yes, it could be better in some ways, but I the motivation to beat Miami just out of spite is enough. Like, I don't care if we pick 18th in the draft. It's like, I just want the spite, just out of spite.
Well, yeah, man, that's the thing. It's like, it's not even like guys have their target. They just want, and it's like, it might mean nothing. You know what I mean? It's one thing when you're top 5. And look, like I said, I've rooted for the loss 11 of the last 12 years.
Yeah.
I get it. But again, like this team, even though we had this late season collapse, it's really predicated on the quarterback. And then right after that, the destruction of the offensive line. Other than that, this is a competitive team. And if we had those two things, and even if we only had the quarterback with the offensive line the way it was up until today, we got 3 more starters hurt. I honestly believe we're at least 2 more wins, at least. And that puts us in the playoffs. So, I don't know, man. It's just, I'd rather see a team like that get a little bit of positivity at the end,
Can we get a turnover? Like, it's a rookie quarterback. Can we get a turnover? The line is pressuring him. Why can't we get a turnover? I don't understand. Like, I'm realizing it. It's another quarter without a turnover. Another 20 minutes of football without a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, too, because we started the season. We were all over it. You know what I mean? We were all over it, dude. Pure Adrenaline Sports reminding us, hey, guys, it's a good idea to go ahead and hit that like button. It helps the channel. If you have not subscribed to the channel, another great idea. We're almost at, dude, Jeremy, I'm like 70-something away from 10,000.
Crazy. Come on, guys.
It really is. Like, come on, guy. Help me out. I'm so close. I can taste it. It's like, it's weird. It got like, we hit like mud. Like 150 in, I hit mud. I cruised, through the thousands of, and then it's just, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. Help me get to that goal of 10,000. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Jetnation's YouTube page as well. And as always, don't forget to support our buddy here, Jeremy at Jets Chaos on YouTube. I will remind you, you can get extra cute little emojis and stuff like that. Free super chat if you go ahead and join the Stream Beaners. That is a simple one. You just hit that join button. It's only one tier. You're in or you're out kind of a thing. That is greatly appreciated. It helps the
nice
channel.
Tackle. Clemens and Alexander.
Yeah.
This is why I want more Clemens, man.
More Clemens, everybody.
More Clemens. By the way,
GreenBean in the house. Come say hello.
I think Tyreek Hill is
outside. Hello.
Hey, buddy. I think Tyreek Hill is out.
Why?
I don't know.
Sad.
Postman says that Tyreek Hill has an ankle or something. He says Hill is questionable to return. Ankle injury.
Oh, that's what he gets. Talking shit. Oh, look at that. That's bad. Michael Clemens. Who is that? Nathan Shepard. Hey, at least Nathan Shepard's having an impact.
Of course it's Shep.
Right.
But they like him. That's the thing that's when you say, what's the number one your number one concern about Salah? My number one concern is that he has favorites. And we have to watch this garbage, and we have to watch because he likes them. Yep. Like he likes Mike LaFleur. He likes Nathan Shepard. That's my biggest fear, is that we're never going to shake ourselves with these guys because he likes them.
That is a downside, and I actually agree with that. It's like once they don't like somebody, it's tough for them to break out of it. Look at that. Jermaine Johnson is fast, guys.
He seals the edge.
Yeah, he needs to play. He needs to play more. I know. I got to tell you, Robert, I was blown away when the Dolphins fired Flores. Blown away. Now, obviously, there was a lot going on behind the scenes that we didn't have the awareness of. But, dude, it really surprised me. It really did. But, hey, who knows? The Dolphins are a shady organization, dude. They were doing all this shit with Tom Brady. And, I mean, they're pulling a lot of stuff. All right, handoff up the middle. Oh, come on. God.
Look, that's a problem for this team.
It is a problem, dude.
I mean, apparently they don't know how to keep somebody on the second line in the middle.
Yeah, it's like 4th and inches, and they blow it for 20 fucking yards. I'm really getting tired of that one. All right, saying, hey, Teen Bean, there you go. Thank you, FOC. Teen Bean in the house. Buffalo's up 14-7. That's good. Yeah, well, Rusty, I think Clemens is the kind of guy, like, he's not the high, pedigree draft pick, but dude, the guy's an animal. You just got to use him more, in my opinion. Okay, there we go. Nice tackle. Who was that? Nathan Shepard with the tackle. Okay. Here we go. Chris KV, what's up, buddy? We haven't won a game since November 27th, and now it's January 8th. Need this win, man. GreenBean and JC, you guys, Jets Chaos. You guys rock, and I've enjoyed these games. I know, right, man? Like, good for us. We have each other. And I thank you for being here, Chris. And yeah, it definitely helps. Sometimes it makes it worse momentarily, but overall, I think this is a great help. Okay, look at that. There you go. Oh my God.
Look at that. Who was that?
That was Vinny Kurt. No, that was Sheldon Rankins.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, pick up your jock.
Ridiculous.
Pick up your jock there, Rankins.
Totally man. Totally inexcusable. No excuse for that stuff, man. That's just effort.
Yeah. So, I know that's, it's incredible. Like, and you look at we talk about our collapse. The Dolphins had just as epic of a collapse. It's crazy. It just sucks that we're all, because then this is the reason that the Patriots are suddenly in contention. It's
Come on, get him. Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That was a penalty.
It's going to be holding. Hey, FOC with a great point. At least we stopped getting burned by those damn screens every friggin' week, right? It's a positive, man, for sure.
It's a holding on Gardner.
Why?
I don't know. The Dolphins in the sidelines are clapping, so you tell me. That didn't look like holding to me. I don't see it.
I didn't see it either. I mean, it was a little touchy hand stuff, but didn't look like holding.
Yeah, but they didn't call the interference for us.
All right, here we go. Okay, they're in the red zone. Oh, look at this. We got it though. Okay. Spread that out nice.
That broke that up, right?
What's that?
I was Lawson that broke that up, right?
Yeah, Carl Lawson with the initial breakup.
Yeah. See, I look at the guy who created the chaos, and on that play, it was Lawson.
Right. Dolphin Girl,
a year and a half ago was you.
Yeah. Now, Dolphin Girl, I want you to know this is the reason that things suck in this world. It's that thought process. Just want you to know, and you're subscribing to it, which means you also suck. That's what I want you to know.
Low life.
Come on. Oh my God. Wow.
Crazy play. Who do you credit that play to? Who gets the pat on the back? Let's watch. Who gets the pat on the back?
Kunai Patel wants to know, he subscribed to the channel in November and we haven't won since. Should he unsubscribe? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Gardner. Good job.
Yeah.
Got his hand in there. And then not bad for Whitehead either. So
yeah. All right. Hold on. I don't think you should unsubscribe. That's my final decision on the matter. Okay. Get it. You got air. We go.
Good tackle. Good tackle.
Alexander. Good tackle.
That's what we need. Just give me the tackles.
Right.
Make him take 3.
Right. And this is a great point. I want to use this comment to point something out. The defense has been on the field almost the entire game, guys.
Yep.
Okay. Right. So like when they start to break down, you can't say, oh, the defense sucks, they're overrated. It's going to happen to any team. They're on the field the whole time. We got 3 plays. I think we got 2 first downs so far. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's not going to cut it.
Yeah, the defense is, the fact that they've held them to a field goal when you look at our offense and the fact that we're only down 3-0 is a testament to the defense.
Right.
It's the only reason this is a game right now is because our defense is good.
That's right.
And I know people are going to say, oh, well, they have their backup quarterback. It doesn't matter. It's like they're on the field the whole entire game. And it's not like their quarterback is playing horribly. He's not.
But he's under pressure every play, pretty much. There's good coverage, good enough coverage that he can't find anyone most plays, Again, when you have a guy, he's given this many opportunities, it's gonna, I mean, except unless you're us, it's gonna eventually pop. And this is what we've seen pretty much all year long. All year long. Even the good games that we've had, like Zach, 156 yards against Buffalo. It's like, and that's what we call a good game. You know what I mean? Now, running game was good in that one. But it's like, dude, we have to set our sights higher. This bullshit that 150 yards or 190 yards is good enough. It's not. Maybe once in a while when you're playing a really stiff defense, but that can't be the norm, dude. You can't have punt, 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 interception, punt, punt, field goal, punt, punt, touchdown. You can't do that and, and have any real success.
Yeah. I mean, like when you're playing tougher defenses, still 220 to 240 yards. 220 to 240 yards. You still need some offense, though.
Yeah, dude. I mean, could you imagine if again, it's just so simple. If we had a quarterback, not Patrick Mahomes, just 65% completion percentage, 2-1 touchdowns to interceptions. That's all we're asking. And this is a 9, 10, 11 win team. Easy.
You know who you just described, by the way, when you say that 2-1, I know who you're describing.
Yeah. But it's like, look, when you look at like Aaron Rodgers' great years, we're talking about 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Even Wentz 2 years ago for the Colts, I think he had 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Like that's 3-1 and 3-1 plus. We're not even asking for that. We don't even need that. All we need.
Well, there's a fresh perspective. Jex Forever says, "Hey, well, Zach is better than Mahomes."
Yeah, of course he is. It's clear. It's clear, guys. And the fact that, I mean, just like Detroit fan and Jets or Dolphins girl, just like they're saying, the fact that Zach isn't playing when he's clearly better than Mahomes, it shows the ineptitude of the staff. I mean, like we're, clearly Zach is obviously better than Mahomes.
It's clear. It's just like it's everything. It's everyone else around Zach. Zach is clearly better than Mahomes.
See, CD, now the fact that that's what you're taking from what we're saying, it just shows it's like you're closed, man. Like it's not anyone but on the roster. Yeah, I mean, look, Flacco's fucking garbage. We know that. It's why he was demoted to 3rd string. He gave us a good game in Cleveland, thankfully. That was a good, fun game. He looked really good, but that was it. Mike White gave us some hope. But, he's not looking good. Streveler gave us a fun quarter. It doesn't mean anybody but Zach. It means anyone that can give us 65% completion percentage. That's it.
Yeboah just ran off and Rucker just ran in.
There we go, Rucker.
We're getting some Yeboah and Rucker. We just don't have a quarterback who can make that mean anything. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's forever. That's a solid, well-rounded offensive game plan.
Rucker's in the slot.
Oh, Bam Knight in motion. Look at this. Just hit him.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. 3rd and 9, everybody.
That defense. I think the defense.
You know what I could use? I think the defense should come back on this field. Why give them an extra minute? Just get them back on there. Yeah. Let's go.
This is just it's painful. It's painful. I mean, and this is completely 100% because it's like the offensive line's not great. I mean, obviously these are beat up guys, but you could see the poor quarterback play here.
Yeah. By the way, Breece Hall, you see that little thing? Breece Hall is still our leading rusher this year. Look at that. Are you kidding me?
Offsides. Come on.
They're not going to pull that?
There's no flag. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
You got to be kidding me. They didn't want to call it. You see the hesitation to throw that flag? Would it get stuck in your pocket?
Yeah, of course. Feeney's out there, sure. We got Dr. Blocker and Feeney, I think. Yeah, well, maybe Feeney's in. I don't know. I thought Dr. Blocker started. Yeah, he did. He was out there. Why is Feeney out there then?
If things don't get better Why wouldn't you bring
good point.
Zach out in the second half?
You gotta.
I mean, if things don't get better, why wouldn't you do it?
Right. Why like crinkle to dust? Like, why? Throw him out there, man.
Oh,
look at this shit. Again, what is this?
They're trying to point to us. Look at Chubbs. Look at
this guy. What's fucking wrong with you?
Somebody like just what a piece of crap human being.
If the offensive line moves, let me see. Nope, that's fucking Feeney. Oh, yeah. Gotta say, that's us. We're terrible, man. Jason Edwards, Brees and AVT coming back next year. Can't wait. The only thing that I'll say is, we have to hope that Brees Hall's back to 100% because we don't know. We don't know. It takes a minute. And that's my concern, let's call it. Because Brees Hall was so good, dude. He was really good. And he was just kind of hitting his stride. I mean, we've won 2 games since he's gone down, I think, right? 2. It's crazy. Let's see here. Come on, Flacky. Yep, there you go. Dump it off. Get that first. There you go.
You got it.
Yeah. Brian Bogan checking in. RD has a better chance to score than you. I'm telling you, it looks that way, doesn't it?
That's why I'm hoping for a turnover. Something. Need the defense to do it for us.
Flacco got hit in the chops. Come on, Flacco. Just wake the hell up.
The only way we're going to win this game is like Jacksonville won yesterday. Defense got to win the game.
Yeah, big concern for Brees, man. I'm look, I'd like to believe that he's just going to come back and be Brees Hall, but I don't know. And with our luck, look at that. Garrett Wilson. He don't give a shit. Go Garrett Wilson. Look at why are you falling down? Like even us with our greatness, we can't just have it. He's got to fall. Look how good this kid is.
That was beautiful. Look what a competent quarterback would do on this team.
48 yards. Look at that. So he gets, what's that? 20 yards, about almost 20 yards of yak on that one.
If we could just get a quarterback that can consistently see an open guy and throw a pass like that, what can this team be?
I know. Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, like we have the horses. Again, like you can say that Brees Hall or Michael Carter or Ty Johnson suck, but they're getting hit behind the line. The first tackle they have to break is before they even get to the line of scrimmage. It's the thing, man. It's like, again, they're just putting everybody up. They don't have any real concern over the passing game. More plays like that, and maybe they soften up a little bit. Kenny Yeboah's in there. Bam Knight trying to get to the edge. Cut it in. There you go. All right, good. Get 3 yards out of nothing. You're going to eat all my chips there, homie. What was I going to say? Oh, well, listen, Big Frank, what an interesting point, right? Like, don't forget where we were supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like the team we built. AVT, Becton on one side, Fant and Tomlinson on the other. It's just, how far we've come with these injuries. I've never seen an offensive line, consolidated injury batch like this year. I've never seen it like this. Never. Garrett Wilson, baby. Garrett Wilson is so good. It's unbelievable. Yeah, Scott Boudier says, the problem with White is he's only good for a game. You hate to say it, man. You hate to say it.
Yeah.
But he has not been able to stay on the field for more. Well, we've seen 2, He just can't do it.
He's a good backup quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a sad thing.
Yeah. That's my simple take on him. Good backup quarterback.
Yeah. And look, we all, you hope it would be best case scenario that if your number 2 overall pick can't be the guy, It would be really great if the guy was on your roster already. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be? I don't understand the problem. Like, it'd be really great, but clearly that's not the case either. Yeah, instant coffee, which I don't recall seeing you often. Instant coffee, welcome aboard. Garrett needs a touchdown to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Like, if he does get a touchdown today, I think he's got a real good shot. Yeah, Kenneth Walker's going to be tough to overcome, even because, like Garrett Wilson, sad to say, he's had to do this with 4 quarterbacks, and there have been weeks where they just couldn't get him the ball. But look at that. That's all him.
If Brees Hall, I'm sorry, if Brees Hall would have stayed healthy, Garrett goes over 1,000, Brees Hall goes over 1,000. Do they end up splitting the votes and Walker wins for Seattle anyway?
Well, I don't know. It's not so much a fan thing.
Oh, so okay. It's not a popularity contest. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think you just have to look at who's the greater impact. I mean, as great as Garrett Wilson is, we're not winning or losing because of him. I mean, Brees Hall, it was like, I mean, he changed the offense. And when he went down, as much as we might like Michael Carter or Bam Knight or Ty Johnson, whatever, it's different. And they could now like kind of take that away, you know? And then like, look, I mean, honestly, if we had competent quarterback play, any of these running backs would be good enough, in my opinion. Look at that shit. Oh my God. Look at that catch. That's Conklin. Look at this guy.
One-handed.
Dude, Flacco got hit in less than a second. Look at this. Michael Carter throwing his body out there. Look at
that. That was a great catch.
Great
catch.
He's the best tight end in the NFL.
He literally caught that one-handed and brought it in.
You know what I mean? It's just so funny. Like, that's the way it could be. Clearly the best tight end in the league. You know? Brian Bogan, I'm still excited about 80% healthy Brees. Yeah, well, I'm excited to get him back, man. You know, and my hope is that he's impactful. You know what I mean? That he's has the same impact on the offense. Again, I think it's all about the quarterback, dude. I really do. I think these guys, while they're not Brees, would be good enough. They don't have to worry about the passing game. They just focus on the run. Look at this. Come on, run around the outside, Michael Carter. Get it. Well, made it into 2.
Yeah. All right, just protect the ball now.
What does that mean?
Tie game.
Oh, tie game he's being facetious, right?
It has to be a tie game at worst. Like, we have to protect the ball. Love scoring a touchdown. Would love
Let's score a touchdown, and it should be to Garrett Wilson. That's what I want to see. I want Garrett Wilson to make a real case for Offensive Rookie of the Year, dude. That's what I want. Jerry J. GreenBean, the Colts lineman stripped his own player for a fumble. What a disaster in India. I know we should go over there and poach. Look at this. There you go. Terrible pass.
Jesus Christ. Can't even execute a screen.
I know we can't.
Can't even execute a screen. It's ridiculous.
What did Cimini say about Garrett Wilson's catch? That was how could you possibly call? He probably talked about the falling down, right?
Yeah,
that's probably where he focused.
Why?
I mean, look, guys, I'm just going to say this one last time. If you read or listen to Cimini, you have to know he has a desired result. He's taking a track to try and upset you. If you don't get it and you read it and you find yourself negative all the time, then I can't fucking help you. You know what I mean? Like, it's a design, dude. That's his design. And anybody who reads them is a fucking, I don't know, man. You're oblivious. I don't get it. Not you, of course, Fernandez. I mean, I see him on my timeline sometime too. There you go. Run it. 3rd and 14. You're playing for the field goal. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. Even in a meaningless game.
Still
Even
playing.
in a meaningless game, I'm going to play for the field goal. In a meaningless game, I'm not going to go for the touchdown.
I'm telling you, man.
It's unbelievable. It's like that somebody needs to pull it out of him. There's something up there that LaFleur needs it taken away, taken out.
Yeah. Jet King, sorry how the season ended, but it's been a hell of a ride. I mean, it really was. Look, even though it was all front loaded, right? We had more fun this season than we had in recent memory, dude. Like, truly. There are 20-year-old Jets fans. The last time we did anything like this, they were 13. You know what I mean? I don't remember anything, right? You don't remember shit. You're 14. You don't know what's going on, right? See?
All right, Greg Zerline, tie up the game. Don't screw this up.
All right. 32-yard attempt. There it is. Zerline making up for his previous miss.
All right, 3
Yeah, Connor Hughes is following some. I'll tell you what, man. I had my issues with Connor Hughes, and I've actually talked to him quite a few times in Iron. Sorry, I gripe to him. What the fuck is that? Whatever. But he's kind of, he's different. He's at least different. Like Samini is just under he's like, his design is to get under the skin. Connor Hughes,
yeah,
I think at least has some redeeming aspects. You know what I mean? I actually enjoy some of his shit. But I'll tell you, man, Samini, again, he has one goal: upset you. That's it. If you're reading it and ingesting it by choice, I can't help you.
Samini as a journalist is the equivalent of a lawyer that's an ambulance chaser. Like, imagine a lawyer chasing an ambulance to get a lawsuit. That's Samini as a journalist. He's just looking to get clicks, and he'll do it at other people's expense. He doesn't respect other people. He's sleazy.
He's sleazy, right? That's what it is. And it's like, you notice it. Like, he could have, like, it's like when Breece Hall and AVT went down, he took that opportunity the next day to write about the Jets the last 4 years or 3 years of top 36 picks. Here's what happened. It's like Becton injured, the AVT. And if he wrote it a day earlier, it doesn't even apply. But it's like, why? You know what I mean? They're injured, dude. Like, no other team has journalists like that. None. Not even the Giants. The Giants journalists, they don't attack them like that. Anyway, fuck them. CD, Herm, you play to win the game. Salah, you play to not look as bad. It looks like that, doesn't it, man? Yeah. Jason Ratcliffe, you know what would actually be better than going after him? If everybody just unfollowed him. That's it. It's all you need to do. Unfollow, stop clicking, and that guy's literally gone. But nobody will. Believe me. I've done my diatribes against that guy. It's just, nobody cares. You just keep using it and getting upset. And that was, right, Jason? That was a very good, I like that, Jeremy, what you said. He's the equivalent of an ambulance chaser. It's very, very appropriate, I think.
It's the feeling. That's what I felt, Like, I just like the sleaziness. It feels the same.
Yeah. Right. Everybody's liking that one. Anthony likes it. Everybody like it.
Yeah. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut sometimes.
Right. Let's see here. What do we got? Look at all these comments. If the Jets cut Lakin post June 1st, they save $13.1 million in cap space and take 4.3 of dead money hit. Is that? I don't know if that's accurate. I got to look at that. I remember it was pretty bad. Let's take a look. Lakin Tomlinson contract. Let's use over the cap. And let's go with we got to use Spot Track, I think, gives you the opportunity to do the things. Let's see here. Is that the one that does it? Maybe it is over the cap. Yeah, hold on. I suck at stuff. Hold on a second. It's not giving me the opportunity. Oh, there it is. Hold on a second. We got to play. The Jets defense is lining up. Bryce Huff is looking furious. He's ready to go. Come on there, Bryce Huff. Look at him. Off the gate. You got to make this tackle, dude. Okay. Wow.
He's holding his like a little brother. Like a little brother.
Right.
Like,
get over here.
Teen Bean trying to tackle his dad when he was 10 years old.
All right. So cut post. No, I think you got that wrong. It's a $14 million dead cap, and we saved $3 million. So it's not really good, Jerry the Jet. Forgive me if I have it wrong, but that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, there's no way out of the Lakin one. Man.
Yeah, there's no way out.
No way out of it. Like that was a 2-year commitment. That's what
What it
that
was.
contract was.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Now,
that made sense because he was an all-pro type player.
made
That
tons of sense, dude.
we
It
thought he
made
was.
tons of sense.
Yeah, we thought he was a sure thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's sad to say, I think you had that flip, Jerry. Now, pre-June 1st, it's even worse. It's $18 million dead cap. We save $1 million somehow. I don't know how. Oh, no. It's what? No, we don't save a penny. Yeah.
And don't forget, as Dom C points out, the post-June 1st number that looks smaller just means that you're taking the rest and taking that dead cap hit spread over the next 4 years.
Spreading it. Right. Yeah. The real trick would be to go, hey, man, we need you to work with us a little bit. And he adjusts his contract, and then you cut him.
Yeah, people like,
you can figure that out. Look at him. There we go.
Yes.
Nice blitz.
I like that.
See what happens when we blitz. That was a nice blitz. He like hid nicely behind I think it was Huff on the left defensive end.
Especially against a rookie quarterback. I mean, you might not get away with that if you try it against Allen, but you could try that against this kid, right? I mean, it's a good call.
Yeah. I would do it against Allen too. Like, you can't play afraid. That's the number one thing. You cannot play from a position of fear. You can't. Like, conservative to a degree is okay, unless you're afraid. Like, you're not going for it because if something happens and then this, like, once you do that, it's over. You can't play from a position of fear. You got to play from a position of, we're getting this. We're stopping this. That's the way. Right. Finally rushed 5, Chris. Right.
Wow, that ended their whole series. That was great.
That's great.
Call. Great defense.
Right. It took him out. Right. So it's a 3-3 halftime game, everybody. As you guys know, we will be welcoming in Matt O'Leary and Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7 momentarily, and we will talk about all the exciting aspects of the first half of this shitstorm. Let's really dig into it and find out what's going on. Flacco is 8 for 14 for 87 hot yards. Skyler 11 for 16 for 98. They have 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And what was the time of possession? I missed that. Did you happen to catch it?
I missed that piece, but I'll look it up. I'm going to get some stats for you. So,
what's that?
I'll look it up.
What sauce? What? The Frank's Red Hot. Just say, Mommy, you want the Frank's Red Hot? I'll do that. Yeah, I'm going to have some Frank's Red Hot, baby. That's right.
So we
O'Leary. There he is.
Time of possession. Jets, 10 minutes, 11 seconds. Dolphins, 19 minutes, 49 seconds.
So just about 2-1. So what we're talking about is holding merit. It's real, guys. The defense is on the field the whole time. O'Leary, how exciting is this, man? Are you pumped?
This is hilarious, actually. Trying to watch these two quarterbacks play. A part of me feels bad for Flacco. That line that is in front of him is just an absolute joke. And yeah, 3-3 at the half. It doesn't get any better than this.
This, my friend, is Jets football. And this is all we wanted. When at the beginning of the season, we said, hey, by the end of the year, I just want this offense to be able to put up 3 points. That's all I ask. Right, Matt? 3 points. Another first half of 3 points from LaFleur. Now, look, like you said, the offensive line, we know. You got to kind of take this one with a grain of salt, right? The offensive line, they were already banged up and weakened and having difficulties. But now you take 3 guys out. And you stick in the Feeneys or Dr. Blockers and the Abuyes and the Remmers of the world. Outside of that, what do you think? You think that's the main reason, or are there other things why the Jets just look pretty inept?
No, I think that's the biggest one. And look, I get it. LaFleur hasn't been good in this. Really, the second half of this year has been really, really bad. I don't know how much of this you can put on him with that line and Flacco. They can't run the ball at all. It is just embarrassingly bad how the lack of push the offensive line is getting is just truly, truly terrible. If you want to, talk about some of the play calling, I did think it was weird running on 3rd and 14 there at the end. I know keep the clock running and get them to use their timeout, I guess, but you're not playing for anything. Like, why not try to be aggressive a little bit? But they've just been very conservative.
Matt, I was just going to ask you that. Do you think they might want to just like throw caution to the wind a little bit? Like put some of the backups out there and like have a sack and maybe go for some, like instead of that last drive, instead of like it's 3rd and 14, go for it. Like, why do the run and get 5 more yards? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you think that maybe they could just be a little bit more aggressive and maybe even have fun with this game?
I hope so. I hope we see that in the second half. I don't know if we will. I unfortunately think we're probably more than likely just going to get that same methodical, boring kind of, not much offense. Flacco throw for like 175 yards on 35 attempts today, if not more. And, I expect it to be a boring second half, but I'm with you. Why not, get the ball to Ruckert, keep feeding Garrett Wilson, get some of these young guys in there, but I don't know if we'll see it.
Yeah, I know it doesn't make any sense. Ryan's here. What's up, Ryan? How you do? Are you enjoying this one? This is exciting shit.
I'm actually like, I'm okay. Like if the Jets wind up losing a close one and the team doesn't look like it gave up and the offensive line is the reason we lost, like, okay. But like if Garrett Wilson gets his touches, if we can get him offensive rookie of the year, I thought, Jermaine Johnson has looked good. I thought Clemens has looked good. I thought Michael Carter II has looked good. Like we've seen a few like nice plays from young players. Quincy with a big sack, like, it's not a pretty game by any stretch, but
now we were just talking about the fact that it's particularly on offense, we're looking still like we're conservative, man. Like, you think maybe we could have some fun in the second half? Do you think there's any real possibility that like LaFleur and Saleh just say, you know what, man, throw it at them. Let's have some fun. Let's go for it. Let's try something. You think we're going to see that, or you think it's going to be more of the same?
No, they're definitely more of the same. Flacco's trying to retire, not trying to get injured. They're going to make it nice and simple. I don't know how much running we're going to see because the offensive line has been that bad. Like, I kind of actually like the short passing that's almost like a run. I feel like that's almost more effective. Like Garrett Wilson trying to juke a corner. I like the odds of that better than 4 guys trying to tackle our 1 running back behind our offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, our screens don't look all that good, though. I'll tell you that.
No, but like, slants, stuff like that.
Yeah, right. Look at Garrett. Garrett Wilson's so good. It's a shame, like that one beautiful play. Garrett Wilson's fucking making everybody look stupid, and then he falls. You know what I mean? It's like we can't even have that. It's such a funny thing. Now, Matt, like Radovan's talking about, he's talking about the blitz. Now, in the chat, they were talking about why now? Like all of a sudden, this game's meaningless. We're blitzing. You think that they kind of shouldn't do that? You think they should, like, particularly on defense? We talked about the offense. You think the defense should just fucking go nuts and start sending them, or what do you think they should be doing in the second half?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like early in the year, everyone was getting on Ulbrich for blitzing when you have the 2 guys at corner and this, supposedly vaunted defensive line. And then they stopped blitzing, and for a while there, looked pretty good. But now people are calling for it in again. And like, I guess so. It doesn't really matter, but that's not really what this defense is built around. I guess if you want to say like, hey, let's just send the house and leave Reed and Sauce on an island. Yeah, maybe now would be the time to try it, but it just would be very against what they've done now here for pretty much the entirety of the season.
Yeah, right.
Send the heat. Come on, let's go.
What was that? Oh, you want to do it?
Send the heat. Let's go. Tyreek Hill's out. Come on. Jalen Waddle. You got to worry about Mostert coming out of the backfield. I feel like that's a huge threat. But yeah, I want to see some pressure. Like, give the optics of like we're not giving up. Like I want to go down fighting even if we lose.
Right. It's like it's clear that the offense is going to struggle and stumble and bumble to the finish line here, but the defense can give us something, right?
Yeah.
Like, go for it. Let's do like Matt said, leave them on an island. Who gives a shit? Let's have some fun. They're supposed to be able to do it. And who knows, maybe even they make a fantastic play, get some picks, something like that. But here's the biggest question. I've been saving this. I wanted to see if it was going to apply, but I was planning to ask it even before the game started. Flacco has 87 yards or something like that. He's not outside. And that, look, and like 40 of it's the one Garrett Wilson play. Do you think there's any chance, and I'll start with you, Matt, and then go to Ryan, Can we see Zach Wilson come out in the second half? You think they'll do it? Any chance, Matt?
Sure, why not? I mean, who knows? What can you lose? It's I don't know. I would hope so. Like, trying to watch Flacco stand behind that offensive line is a really tough watch right now, unfortunately.
You know, this is one of those games where I wouldn't mind seeing Zach Wilson twirly bird behind the line. I would like it. I think I could enjoy that today, right? A little fucking 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, dance-a-roon. I could go for that. Ryan, what do you think? Any shot you think I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping, but do you think there's any realistic possibility they trot Zach Wilson out there for the second half?
No, I think they're just trying to get out of this game. Excitement and entertainment value. Like if they really wanted to win the game, that would be the move, I think. Because Flacco's kind of been ineffective, but I would like to see Flacco stay in this game, him take the lumps, not have Zach exposed at all. Most important thing is just to have Zach healthy. You know, I don't need to get like a bad image of him ending the season in my head.
Can you imagine? Remember the Rex Ryan Sanchez thing in the preseason? Imagine that they throw him out there and he breaks his
that's
legs.
What that would feel like to me.
Yeah,
that would be the same situation.
I don't even care at this point. I'll tell you what. I want to just see the young guys.
Let's see Strevler.
Strevler, right? I think that would have been the play. Just come out.
The only thing is the optics. The optics of skipping Zach for Strevler. Then there's going to be that circus. That's what's going to happen.
I tell you, they're focusing too much. They're all jammed up, man. They're focused on the wrong aspects of this thing. Now, guys, we're talking about the offensive line. Obviously, we have quarterback issues. Do you see us like trading for like one of the like a Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers? Matt, I'll start with you. Jimmy G. I think Jimmy G's a free agent, maybe. I don't even know. But do you see us going that route, or do you think we're going to kind of maybe Minshew it and hope Zach can beat him? What do you see us doing?
I think they're going to be aggressive in the veteran market just because of the pressure that's going to be on this the coaching staff and GM to finally get over the hump and make the playoffs. I don't know if they both want to put their careers on the line for Zach Wilson just figuring it out in year 3 and doing a complete turnaround, and a guy like Gardner or lower tier free agent. I think they're going to take a pretty big swing and be aggressive.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just hitch their fun. They say, dude, we're just hitching our cart to Zach, ride or die, baby. What do you think, Ryan?
It depends what you think about. Was it Samini had the article earlier today that had Woody Johnson was like pissed after the Seahawks loss, and he's like totally behind Zach. So if Johnson's the one pushing Zach, we might be headed towards like a quarterback competition of like, okay, it's White, it's Zach, and it's, insert some middling sort of quarterback, or they go for someone like a Brady or Rodgers where it's like a 1-year thing where you're still not giving up on Zach. But if Woody's super on board Zach, I think it makes it harder for us to go the Carr or Jimmy G direction. That's the direction I would prefer, but I hope we get aggressive. I hope we do. I hope we get Carr.
You buying that shit that Woody Johnson is kind of steamrolling everybody saying he wants Zach? It doesn't even compute to me. It doesn't make sense. Do you think it's real?
I don't know. I mean, he hired football guys to make football moves. So like, let them do it. Like, don't get involved. Like, you can be pissed. Like, that's all right. He's a fan, but like, just don't get involved. So like, I don't know. Like, he could be all Zach, but like, just don't have. I mean, I guess you got to have some input because he's the owner, and that's a huge decision. But like, I feel like don't influence the football guys because you're a fan.
That's what I'm thinking. I think, man, he had 10 years of him and his brother meddling, and it was the worst.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of it, man. What is this? Matt, you think there's any validity to the idea that Woody is kind of almost to some degree pushing the Zach Wilson narrative?
I don't want it to be true, but I mean, yeah. Do we remember what the last 20 years of his ownership has been like? The guy loves to meddle. That's his job. He lives for it. He did it with, he wanted Favre. He wanted Tebow. How many of these, like, just go down the list in history, man? This guy, he loves to meddle.
then he should go get Aaron Rodgers then. If you're going to do it, say, I don't care. I want to give $500 million to Aaron Rodgers. Then go ahead. Do that if you're going to do it.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to go after a Rodgers or a Brady, a 1-year stopgap that's clearly not giving up on Zach, that gives us the opportunity to win a Super Bowl next year and like process everything. If it doesn't work next year and the offense still stutters with the Hall of Fame, whatever, then maybe you reset the coach with the quarterback. And like, I don't know. I think I don't know.
I don't know. Fucking Woody freaks me out. Like Matt said, I don't want to believe it, but it's like the truth is, if you look at it, he's got his fingers in the bowl a lot, doesn't he? This fucking guy's an asshole. He needs to stop. But all right, so what? Real quick, before we get back to the game, get your predictions. Offensive mind. Do you think, number one, Matt, I'll start with you. You think LaFleur's getting fired, but either way, do you think even if he stays, we're going to bring like an experienced offensive guy in here? Like, what do you see happening?
Yes. I think if you keep him, then the move is to move on from Rob Calabrese, who is coaching at Wagner on Staten Island.
I know. I saw your vid on that. It was funny.
Yeah, FCS TikTok that video. They're not very happy with me making fun of Wagner and the FCS. But more of the story, I would say, yeah, I would think, bringing a guy who got brought up a few times this week was Gary Kubiak. Now Frank Reich's going to be a popular name, but I don't think he comes here to be just an assistant. I think he would come as an OC potentially, but I don't think he's coming to be a quarterback coach. If not, then I think, go down the line of past veterans who have been OCs or quarterback coaches that you need to add to the staff. But I think there's a chance he could be a scapegoat, but personally, I don't think I would move on from him. I think they're going to move on from the quarterback, and that'll be their change up for the offense.
Interesting. What do you I think they shouldn't have got rid of Kavanaugh, but that's a whole different thing. What do you see happening, Ryan? The game's on, so I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I think I'm going to hang out with you guys.
All right. Yeah, you're welcome to. Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to figure out where they go. Like, I do think Calabrese is probably done, and I think they try to bring in someone else. Could you bring in someone like a Frank Reich to be an assistant head coach, and then he oversees the offensive side of the ball while having LaFleur there? Like, can you spin it that way? Or do you bring in someone maybe like a Nathaniel Hackett who worked in Green Bay prior, who didn't work out as a head coach, but maybe he's still a good quarterbacks coach? I don't know. I think they got to switch up something on the offensive side. I don't think Sal is going to want to get rid of LaFleur. So I think they're kind of, I don't want to say stuck with them, but I think they kind of stay in that direction.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, Matt, before I let you run, you're welcome to hang out too. But before I relinquish your duties, what do you see? Final score here.
6-3 Dolphins. One that just gets you back, football back to, I don't know, 1907. Just,
my God, Matt. I'm with you. I said to say I think I agree. So, all right. Well, look, Ryan's going to hang. Matt, you're welcome. You can pop back in whatever you want, but I appreciate you stopping by. This is the final time we'll do this year, man. So
I'm going to miss you guys. I'm going to miss Jeremy just quietly sitting there in the top corner. All the things that I'm going to miss about this. But yeah, it was a blast as always, and appreciate you for having me, GreenBean.
Yeah, right on. There he goes, Matt O'Leary, one of the absolute best in the world. What do you think, Ryan? He's the best in the world?
The best. He's
the
world.
Yeah, right.
I love O'Leary.
So, okay, look, we got it was a terrible pass by Flacco. He had guys open. And he fucking, here we go. Oh, look at this. Yep, he's running. He's going to, I want to make the first. Nope. How many times have we seen that exact play this year? 3rd and 12, and they throw it to Conklin about 7 yards, and he can't get. I mean, it's the same. Over.
If one day there comes the day where they're firing Mike LaFleur, they should have a giant screen TV in front of them playing that play over and over again.
Right. So why are you playing it over and over? I'm not. That's every single time you did it.
That's right.
Blade checking in as the Jets punt and ruined this receiving the ball in the second half gift. No. Let's see how Braden Mann does, and we'll get right to your super chat there, Blade. All right, Braden Mann almost blocked. Nice big one.
Oh,
all right, good punt. Gets it down to the 8. Blade says, do you guys find the last 3 weeks of Jets football boring? Word is Ravens don't want to pay Lamar. Would you give up a Deshaun package for Lamar? So, Jeremy, I'll bounce it to you first. Number one, do you think that boring the last 3 weeks? Is that how you see it? And would you back up the Brinks truck for Lamar?
I mean, it's boring in the sense of the way we played. I mean, the games had meaning, but the way we played was obviously painful to watch, more painful. But like for the last bunch of years, it's been boring. The problem I have with the Lamar thing is I love Lamar, right? I think he's great. Obviously, he'd be way better, probably easily the day one, the best quarterback of our history. But here's the thing. He's not winning Super Bowls right now for Baltimore so far in his career. If you give that kind of package and then you take on that kind of salary, you get no extra players in the draft for 3 years. You can't re-sign anybody, right? So you're going to have to let Lawson, CD, all these guys go. Is that roster better than the Ravens roster? Because he can't win the Super Bowl with the Ravens roster. What roster are we left with for him to win a Super Bowl with? And to me, the object is to win a Super Bowl. So that's my dilemma.
That's a weird goal. I don't know what that means. Win a Super Bowl. I don't know why you have that goal. It's a good point, though, man. Lamar can't do it there. Ryan, what do you think? You think if Lamar's legitimately available, you're going to try to do whatever you can to get him?
I would trust Joe Douglas to make the decision on it, right? Like, because I feel like he has some pull or maybe some knowledge of the Ravens organization from spending so many years there. I mean, it's been a while since he's been there, so maybe not. But even just on like the trading for and paying Lamar, I don't want to do that. That's a really risky route. I'm watching the Deshaun Watson fallout and the Russell Wilson fallout, and I'm like,
right.
You know what? I kind of like where these 49ers are going, where you can have Brock Purdy come in and run your offense well. Like, let's build up the rest of the team and just kind of like plug in quarterbacks. If you can find a system that you can do that with, which is what I think we have, I don't know. I just think that's the way. And I would just swap out the quarterback.
Yeah, I actually agree with you guys. It's not to say that Lamar Jackson wouldn't be exciting and we would all be happy.
Oh, it'd be wild. Him and
right?
Brees.
Yeah, right.
We had the tight ends.
We got the tight ends. We got running backs over the place. We got Garrett Wilson. We got Elijah Moore. We got fucking Denzel. Man, we got all these guys. But I don't know. I'm with you, man. You're going to lose all of them if you're paying him $300 million or whatever the hell it is. All right, we got the quick handoff. Up, they missed tackles. There it goes. All right. Well done. Ryan, I don't know how ahead of us you are.
No, you're ahead of me right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're like
amazing.
I just saw the end around, so now I just saw him get tackled at like the 20. I'm probably like 10 seconds behind you.
Okay. All right, here we go. So, Mr. Terrible, thank you, buddy. He says Derek Carr quit on his team after he was benched. He left the team. What the fuck? When did he quit on his team?
He did not leave
the team.
They clearly don't want him there, and he didn't want to make a distraction.
They didn't want to get stuck paying him that full salary if he got hurt.
Yeah, no, I'm
Mr. Terrible Takes strikes again. Mr. Terrible Takes. I don't know how that can be where you land on that. That's just not the truth.
Yeah, no, I'm off on that take.
Yeah. Thomas Cahill. Can we pry Goff out of Detroit? Jeremy, you want Goff? If we can get him, you want him?
I mean, is Goff the answer? I don't know. I mean, like Ryan was just saying, if you don't have to pay too much for him, it is the system is built. Just plug in a decent, competent quarterback. I think he's good enough to be that guy, but like, what would the price tag be on him? And like, can you get better for much cheaper?
Yeah.
I feel like the Jets go out and say, like, I have $25 million to pay a quarterback. Who wants to be our quarterback?
Right.
And then it's like,
right.
Let's
hold out a big check.
Who wants to be here? This is the price we're willing to pay. Who wants it?
I like that.
And then, Carr, you want to come here? Cool. That's what we're going to pay you.
Come on, stop him. Nope. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Did you see that Whitehead, dude? That's going to be the most embarrassing clip. Did you see that? Watch this, Ryan.
That sums up his entire season.
So
watch Whitehead.
Hit him hard. Yep. Wow.
Look at this. And he keeps
That's
going.
bad.
Just he stumbles back like
Whitehead's been one of the more underwhelming. Next to Tomlinson
Yeah.
and Whitehead have been the two worst free agency signings.
without question.
He's like always around the ball, but he can't tackle. He just hits people.
It's very surprising.
He's not real big either. He's like, so when he hits him, it's not like there's a ton of force.
That's why he just should be wrapping up. Like he's not so big in power. Look at this.
Look at
Oh, my-
this. It's like they stopped playing. I'm feeling it. This is it. That was like going through paper.
Yeah, but you say that a lot, Jeremy.
I do say that a lot, but a lot of times it's true.
If Woody thinks he can get Sean Payton, like let's say the wheels come off here, and like the Dolphins open up a can on us at the end here, 3 touchdowns, Jets don't score. What happens? Does everyone go? Is that like pull the hair out?
Look, I've said it for a few weeks now. Like, I am not a fan of firing everybody. I think, hey, dude, you got this group of guys. If you want to add someone, fine. Let them try to overcome their difficulties. There's clearly progress from where we were, all that shit. If we had a quarterback that was hitting 65%, we have 9 wins, in my opinion, at least. So I'm a big fan of just keeping it, even though I'm disenchanted with so many aspects of them. But if Sean Payton is legitimately available, I get him. You know what I mean? Like, that's the guy. That's the guy.
I was hoping we'd come in here and just like stomp Miami and McDaniel got fired.
Yeah.
And then we just have him next year. It's like, okay, cool. We get the same offense, but like the better, OC.
Huge third down play right now.
And here we go. 3rd and 5, everybody.
This is where you got to get off the field or create a turnover.
Yeah, I'd like a big turnover.
Boy, do I miss that.
All right, let's see here. He snaps the ball from shotgun. Bryce Huff.
Get him,
That could be a sack.
Either way.
Bryce Huff, dude.
Either way, turns the ball over. All right.
Dude, he's like he shot out of a cannon.
Dude, he's
Oh,
so
they
fast.
might go for it from here.
I don't know. 3-3 game. You might.
They did it in the first half. Same thing. Because
Hey,
they're not scared of our offense.
That's
that
a long
Brandon Shaw?
3.
Just want you to know that Bryce Huff, the man he just beat, was none other than Brandon Shell. Remember him?
Ooh.
What are they doing?
Yeah.
Field goal.
Yo, so
What?
off season, like where I'm going with the offensive line, I'm looking at McGlinchey, the guy from the right tackle from the 49ers. I want to go best O lineman in the draft, first round. Tackle, guard, don't care. I think you got to replace Tomlinson. I don't know.
You can't. You can't. I mean, dude, he's an $18 million or $14 million dead cap.
Well, no, you can't replace him, but I think you have to replace him on the line. Like, I don't think you can have him starting.
Oh, I see.
Like, I think you're gonna need, like, at the very least, have him starting next year, and then he's got to be gone. But you need someone to like immediately step in. So I think I would go best tackle in the first round. I would go best center, best guard. I would go first 3 rounds like O line. Like,
yeah, honestly, right?
It's like we'll figure out the linebackers and safeties.
Right.
Drafted free agency. That's where we'll figure out where the talent is. Like, let's pump our assets into this O line.
They're gonna go for it. And Hill is back in the game for the Dolphins.
All right. T. Rivera, I'll get to you immediately following this big defensive stop. All right, we got motion. Little pitch to the end around. Get him! Nope, they got it.
Loser.
Made it look easy. T. Rivera, hey guys, love all of you. All right, wait. Love you all. Have a question. Okay, what you guys think Alex Smith as quarterback coach for us to help Zach Wilson? Just a thought. Also, let's get Carr. And I know it's a pipe dream, but I imagined Adams on a package. The dudes is great. So he's thinking about Devontae Adams. Now, look, here's best case scenario from my perspective. McDaniel over there, Josh McDaniel, he thinks that he can do something with Zach. He's like, oh my God, I'd love to have that kid.
Mhm.
We trade Zach for Derek Carr, and somehow we throw in something, and they give us Devontae Adams. So bringing over Derek Carr and Devontae Adams for like Zach Wilson and whoever really, anybody but Garrett Wilson.
Denzel Mims and 2 firsts.
Yeah, well, it's like, look, right, like Zach Wilson, Elijah Moore, and a pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, first, sec, whatever, but like, because there's a lot of contract we're eating too, so you gotta factor that in.
Well, so
that would be amazeballs if we could do something like that.
That's probably the only way you get Derek Carr to waive his no trade clause.
Is if Devontae Adams comes with him?
Yeah, I think that's the only way you could do it. And I don't know if the Raiders can really trade Devontae Adams. I think what's realistically going to happen is Derek Carr is going to get cut. He'll hit the open market. He'll go wherever he wants to go. And then he's going to get like a 3-year, $100 million contract, fully guaranteed. It'll be like one of those Cousins type deals.
I don't know, man. That would be interesting. That would be I don't know. It's a pipe dream, but hey, weird things happen in the NFL. You never know. And I think it would be that would be so delicious if we could somehow figure that. Now, Alex Smith as quarterback coach, I don't know. I don't know if he even has that in his, in his wheelhouse. Like, can he convey the information? It's all about communication, right? Not everybody's a teacher, so I don't know how that would really look. Now, hey, Jeremy, did I miss one of Julio Guzman's?
I know he had a couple. I don't know which one you did.
Oh, no, we got him. Okay, there it is. We need experienced offensive mind for this youth. Yeah. Okay, we talked about it. All right. Just want to make sure I don't miss any of you guys.
By the way, Sauce and Hill are going at it.
Are they?
Oh, they're Sean pushing, shoving.
Look at this shit, man. Look at this. You guys are fucking embarrassing.
It's definitely
Dude, you can't let guys do that to you. Throw a sack. Who was that this time? Show me the replay. Is it Whitehead again? They get run over. 2 of them, it looked like.
I really like Sauce. I love Sauce. Like, he's such
Knocked his fucking helmet off. Who was that?
Well, Solomon Thomas was part of that.
It's Tony Adams.
Cummins did not set the edge.
Yeah. Tony Adams and Nathan Shepard comes over to make it even more embarrassing.
Correct.
See, but right there, see how he goes in? He's not even thinking wrap him up. He's like, fucking cut him. I'd walk right in that group and say, the next guy who doesn't do what we teach 9-year-olds to do, you're cut. Sick of you.
Another thing is just put Zach in already. This is stupid. Like, we can't move the ball. Just
really, I agree. I agree. But the thing is like this, like you got to remember, it's not always just so simple. Like, they're thinking about it like long-term. Zach could be an absolute emotional mess. You know what I mean? We don't know.
Maybe one good play gets him out of it, though. Maybe he throws a touchdown pass and breaks him out of it.
Maybe. I don't know. Jerry the Jet, Braden Mann is playing free because no pressure. Well, the whole team should be doing that, Jerry. That's kind of what we're leaning on here. It's like there's no pressure. Just everybody loosen up. Go for it. LaFleur, just fucking go for it. Have some fun, for God's sakes. We're making this into like this pressure cooker. It's all conservative. And what are you protecting here? Just go out and have some fun. You know what I mean? Julio Guzman, boring? No. Depressing? Yes. Yeah, it's a good point. I'm not depressed. Like, I'm kind of slap happy, Ryan. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm not really affected. I don't think.
Yeah. Well, see, I think the best part is you're just looking to see positive things from players that'll be here long term. So,
right.
Jermaine Johnson, Michael Clemens, Garrett Wilson, Elijah Moore, Bam Knight. Just go down the list. Reed, Sauce. Even like Quincy. Like, I like seeing all this stuff. Jermaine Johnson's going to be a good football player. I'm excited to see more of him next year.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he's the reason Lawson gets cut. I think because they'll be confident in him, and then having him and Huff together coming off the edge. Like, Huff more so on the pass rush downs, but like Jermaine could be down like I mean, he could be on the field all 4 downs.
Yeah,
Really.
I agree, man. All 4. He sets
I like-
the edge beautifully. But then you got Clemens too, man.
Yeah, well, that's what I like. Clemens and I like Huff. The 2 of them could be on the field at any down and play well on special teams. Like both have blocked punts, I think.
Yeah.
But on that play, we had a player tackle our own player and knock our own player's helmet off, just so you know, on that play before.
Yeah, I saw it. That was Nathan Shepard. Butthole.
He'll be gone after this year. He actually didn't do
He's
bad.
the king of stream. There you go. Get him. Come on, come on.
It's so ridiculous. Finally.
I mean, good job, but yeah, can we just tackle him for God's sakes?
Everything looks so much harder than it should be. Right?
Yeah.
Even good plays.
Okay. Evan, what's up, Evan? He says, I would do anything for Lamar. Look at his weapons. He would instantly have the best weapons he has ever had in his career.
Yo, argument for Lamar right now. Okay. So we have all these guys currently under contract. Like we have a good young core. We think we need the quarterback. So can you pay the quarterback while you have all the cheap contracts right now? Like you're not getting any more cheap contracts. You're going to have to go with like undrafted free agents, which Douglas has proven to do relatively well. So you get Lamar, but how do you fix the offensive line? That's the biggest issue. Because if you give up, say, is it 3 firsts and then you have your seconds? Because then you have some other draft picks. If we only have to give up, say, 3 high value picks, maybe it's worth going after Lamar with the big contract right now. Like, because we have to win in this 3 or 4 year window. If that's how long you have Lamar, maybe that is like the move.
Here we go. 3rd down, 16.
I don't know,
Game.
Get him!
Get him! Get him! Get him!
Oh, let's go.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah, good coverage.
Scary.
Another time we literally had the quarterback and he got it off.
It's crazy.
You got to give it to him.
Yeah.
He's getting it off.
And he almost made the throw. That's what's crazy.
Yeah. We don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We're just so bad.
Quincy
I don't
Williams-
know, Evan. I mean, you heard what Dolphin. You heard what Ryan said, but as exciting as it would be, of course, I don't have that much. I don't think he's worth the money. I don't. I don't. And he's been injured every year. His stats go down every single year. I haven't looked in a little while, but every year they go down. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's the thing with running quarterbacks. They start to wear down. It's scary. I would be excited.
I think this year in particular is him preserving his body. Like I think he knows, like, hey, I'm coming in when it matters. We got a playoff spot. He'll come in for the playoffs, but like, why risk your body right now in a contract year? I think that's what's going on right now. I think it's going to get ugly down there. I think there's a real shot he's traded this offseason. I thought he was going to play on the tag next year, and that was
right. I was going to say they would have to tag and trade, but the thing. So if what's the average? Like, so a franchise tag for quarterbacks this year? Anybody know?
I heard it's going to be $45 million.
So if they tag and
Crazy. That's a crazy.
I know it's
But
not.
that's fully guaranteed. Like if they're not, I don't know.
This is because of Cleveland and Green Bay. They did this.
They
They
just
did this.
and Denver,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
teams are afraid. I don't want to pay a quarterback that much. I'd much rather if you can get me a quarterback for $30 million, I'd be happy there. That's the happy spot for me, I think. Get me a serviceable, good quarterback with a decent backup. Like if we can get Mike White as the backup, here's how I see things stacking up. I think there's a timeline. February 15th is when Derek Carr they have to have a decision on him. If he's on the roster by February 15th, they're either keeping him and paying him $30 some odd million for next year, or they're going to cut him and he's going to hit the free agent market. So that's a month before free agency starts. You're going to be able to figure out where Derek Carr is going to go. Then free agency comes around. And I think the lead up to free agency, you try to say like, hey, Mike White, we want you to come back. We want to bring back a bunch of other guys. We're working on Quinnen's deal. We want you to come back on this low end deal because you're not going to go anywhere else. Stay here. So we get like cheap backup kind of money for him to compete with Zach Wilson. Then you get to free agency. Jimmy Garoppolo is your next target. I think because he knows the offense, he can provide some guidance on the field in the offense from like a mental capacity or whatever. And then I guess after that, if Jimmy G doesn't come here, if he goes somewhere else, then you wind up going towards like the draft. And then you're saying, okay, you're not bringing in anyone in the first 2 rounds. I would say bring someone in like the 3rd or 4th, because you're going to need a 3rd string quarterback at some point. And then when you get into June, now you're thinking, okay, could we get Rodgers or Love? I think if you strike out across those dates, I think there's like a timeline. If this, then that. And you can kind of like go down the checklist of Carr first, try to bring back White, Jimmy G, or you go Carr, Jimmy G, White. But I think there's a real shot we look at Love and Rodgers in the summer.
I think so too. I think now Love's spooky, right? Because we don't know.
Sure.
But
I think that's the competition for Zach. I think that's okay. I think it's like, okay, you have an asset and then you can, one of them should outperform the other. I just don't know. I'm nervous about the Woody thing.
Yeah, I don't buy it, man. I think it's just a dramatic story that Samini, I mean, he's known to do that. You know what I mean? So real quick, there are some comments and some confusion about the Laken Tomlinson thing. Now, again, I'm no expert on this stuff, but I'm just going to show you what's here. This is Spot Track, relatively dependable site as far as stats and numbers and all that kind of stuff go. Let me watch this play real fast. Flacco getting it to Garrett Wilson. Yes. Okay, good. So let's just take a look at it. So 2023, Laken Tomlinson's cap number is $17 million, and he's a guarantee of 10. Okay. So if you go pre-June 1st and you cut him, he's got a dead cap of $18.5 million. If you do it post June 1st, he has a dead cap of $14 million. I don't know where everybody's getting the $8 million and $4 million numbers. I'm not seeing them. Look at this.
Nice.
Come on.
Yes.
Damn.
GreenBean, pull back a little bit and scroll back in. Hover over the note below 2023 on the left-hand side.
This?
Yeah, balance of salary guaranteed as of March 21st. So maybe there's like a cut date kind of a thing, like a trigger date. Go to Spot Track. I've had some issues with. No,
this is over the cap. Right. My bad. I said it was Spot Track. Okay, we'll go to Spot Track.
Because I've had a few weird issues with over the cap recently.
Okay. So let's see this. So contract details. Here we go.
Boring.
See if there's like some.
They're saying, okay, here's where the numbers coming in. Then
Potential out. Yeah, 8 million dead cap.
So potential out in 2023, 1 year, 13.9 with an $8.5 million dead cap. I'm going to remind everybody, just in the event this was it, $8.5 million dead cap is still terrible. But so which one do you think would have it? Let's read the notes here. Laken Tomlinson signed a 3-year, $40 million contract, including a $12.7 million signing bonus, $27 million guaranteed, and an average annual salary of $13. Okay, there you go. Garrett Wilson again, first down.
Yeah, Garrett's getting offensive rookie of the year. That's what they're coming for.
That's what they want. I'd love to see him get it. Tomlinson will earn a base salary of $1.1 million and a signing bonus of $12.7 million while carrying a hit of 3. That's for 22, right? So again, this doesn't give us the distinction between post and pre-June 1st. The potential out 1 year, $13.9 million with an $8 million dead cap. Hold on. There's a play here. There he goes. Garrett Wilson. There he goes. Gets another first.
Nice. He's a superstar. He's a superstar.
He's down already. He's down.
He's so good.
Yeah, he is. Just right. Garrett Wilson show. That's all we need. We're going to get a holding. What's up? Yeah, he's totally down. I'm not afraid. Well, what's the flag? Should be face mask or something on the defense. Yeah. That's what I want.
Yeah, screw him.
Damn it!
Yes,
And there it
boss.
goes.
Of course. Finally driving.
So I see, Matthew, that's where you're getting the $8.5 million number.
Who is that on?
But again, it's not exactly cheap, in and of itself.
I think it
But
makes sense to keep Tomlinson for one more year.
Yeah,
Based
yeah,
on his dead cap hit, I think you're hoping he turns it around.
Yeah.
You're hoping he returns to Pro Bowl form a year after being in the system. That is still a different system, I guess, than what he was just in, but it should have been similar. I think you try to bring back Connor McGovern because you want some consistency there.
Yeah, totally.
And then I think I would probably draft offensive lineman the first 3 picks. I would go
Ryan, I'm telling you,
center guard. Just
you have to, at all costs, you need to go out and get your quarterback, and then you must fix this offensive line.
Yeah.
You can't take any chances, man. Use your first round pick on it. Use your second round pick on it. Third round pick, take a big fat defensive tackle. Then your fourth round pick on an offensive line, like something like that. I agree.
I would spend some. I would spend some money on a free agent offensive lineman. Oh, they're saying it was a fumble because he stood back up. Interesting.
They showed the elbow hit the ground, though.
No, but if they're saying he wasn't touched,
Oh, great. That would be just so much fun.
that would
That'll be interesting.
Garrett Wilson is going to be so much better than his current version of himself because there's so much he just needs to clean up. And it's nothing like bad or overly bad. Like him running routes and just stopping before the first down drives me bonkers. Or like he's like right there with some awesome stuff. Like he's already the best rookie receiver we've ever had. And he could have been so much better if we had competent quarterback play in the middle of the season.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of games where he wasn't even targeted, like barely at all.
Yeah, it was like there was like a 5 or 6 game stretch right when Zach was in there.
Yeah. So Randy says if they win this game, if they want to win, they're going to have to start throwing. Everyone can see we have no run game. The problem with that, I mean, look, it looks like they're doing. The problem with that is Flacco's not so good. You know what I mean? That's the problem. It's tough. It's tough to rely on either side of what we offer offensively because Flacco's not very good. Now, if he gets into this rhythm, him and Garrett Wilson start, connecting on every play. Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can do exactly that and actually have it pay off. But, dude, he's looked pretty bad up till this little drive here. Now, Mr. Terrible says he wants some Josh McCown as quarterback coach. It is my belief, Josh McCown. I mean, dude, he was almost a head coach. I don't think he's going to be a quarterback coach. I think that the Texans might just go ahead, fire the whole staff, and then do what they were going to do 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Which was hire McCown as head coach. It's like the Saturday thing. Like out of nowhere, you get guys they've never done this before. Never coached a lick, but just, why not head coach? Yeah, he's touching him right there. What are we talking about here?
Good. Well, no, I think that's
more evidence than that.
That was the
he's
argument.
touched right there. He's touched there.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, he touched him to get leverage to knock the ball out.
Yeah.
He put his hand
up. There you go. He's going to get fired. That's why you're getting fired. Because of that dumb challenge, right?
But Garrett's got to know too, like you're not down.
Yeah,
like that's a learning moment because it didn't cost you anything, but
right.
Like
learn
pay attention
from it
to
anyway.
next time.
Learn from it anyway. 1st and 20. Come on, let's pass, please.
Throw it, Garrett Wilson. Look at him.
Oh. Almost.
I want to just point out something. I am a firm believer that this could have happened all year. Garrett Wilson was open all year, and Elijah Moore for that matter.
Well, as soon as they started, if we did this all year, as soon as they started really keying on him, then you switch to Elijah, right?
That's right. And then the running game opens
up.
You
have Brees and AVT. This team is so close.
So close. Just need the offensive line to stay healthy and get some competent quarterback play. That's it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think
Let's
Becton's
see.
coming back, guys. I honestly do. I think Becton's going to end up coming back.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that'd be great. You can't
do.
count on it though, Jeremy.
I know. No. Well, he has to be just like a bonus, treated
Yeah.
like a bonus.
Yeah.
Like we have to plan and act as a team that doesn't have that tackle. But
Yeah.
if he comes back, it's just like gravy.
Did the Bills just get another kick return touchdown?
Yeah.
So
Good
It's
for
crazy because Josh Allen's pulling one of those games where he's trying to give the
He's just not
give the
doing
game
it.
away.
He's a funky quarterback. I
He
think
is,
he's the
man.
best quarterback in the league when he is.
look at that.
Look, Garrett Wilson.
This kid is a freaking star. They know he's getting the ball and he's still doing it.
Let's see here.
He's always open.
I'm telling you, the fact, Kev, I'll tell you what, the fact, and it started right away. Like, again, I've said it. I'm not a fan of, we're already here. I'm not a fan of fucking firing everybody again. Like, we do it far too often. Even when we keep head coaches, we fire offensive coordinator. We have had 6, including LaFleur. We've had 7 offensive coordinators in the last 6 years. So, I mean, please with this shit already. That said,
Look at 88 playing fullback and falling
well,
down.
that said, though, I really do. I mean, I had a problem with LaFleur right out of the gate. I mean, how do you figure, and Saleh for that matter, how can you not figure out how to use Elijah Moore, Denzel Mims? How can you not use these players? Like, to me, it seems ridiculous.
So you're pulling the plug on the floor?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I have problems as well.
I think you bring in a quarterback coach, or you say you bring in an assistant head coach in Frank Reich. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Is that what you said, Jeremy?
That's what I've been screaming for it. Like assistant head coach, because he's not going to take a quarterback coach job. So assistant head coach, quarterback coach, and offensive play caller.
Yep.
And then let Mike LaFleur just learn under him.
I would say don't do offensive play caller, because I think that's like a pride thing for LaFleur right now, unless you need to. I think developing the quarterback and maybe influencing a system with Reich is the way to go. And then that gets him then he can jump to a head coach after that, and it's not like awful to have Saleh back as like the main guy.
Right. And if it's not working, you could always change it early in the season.
Yeah.
So Jets Gang's asking, what did Mike LaFleur show that's not to fire him? Well, again, if you sit down, Jets Gang, I don't know if you do or not, but if you sit down and watch the All-22, like just remove your emotions and look at the film, which I've done I haven't done it in a couple weeks. I've just lost interest, if I'm going to be completely frank. But if you do that, you see, I don't know, 10 to 20 plays a game that everything's there. The time is there. The wide receiver or tight end. Usually there's a wide receiver open and a check down open. And for one reason or another, whether we don't see it, the quarterback doesn't see it, whether he sees it and doesn't pull the trigger, or whether he throws it high or low, the play doesn't work. So the design worked. And that's kind of even like look at the Vikings game. If he catches the ball, like everything, it's a totally different season. Like we're that close.
Mm-hmm.
It's my opinion that if we had a quarterback that could just be an average, just a good NFL quarterback,
just not last,
just not last, we would have at least 2 more wins and therefore be in the playoffs. This is all bullshit.
Yeah.
The fact that we were still in it up to last week shows you how close it all was. Like we were thinking, 6 weeks ago, 10 wins aren't going to get you in. Dude, 9 wins gets you in the playoffs this year. And that's the way things go. And we could have done it. If we had 65% completion percent, potentially even less, 62, we could have absolutely seen a different season. Look at this. Go.
Ruckert. We have a Jeremy Ruckert sighting.
There he is. So
NFL.
that's what it is, Jets Gang. Again, like you've heard me. I'm not a LaFleur defender. I'm not a big fan, but I've seen enough that leads me to believe that if we just have a quarterback and then obviously some offensive line help in addition to that, dude, we're there. We're there. And then the defense gets some help and we just keep adding to it rather than root everything, overturn the apple cart, new system. Like, just I can't stomach it anymore, man.
3rd and 1. I think Rucker just went into the backfield. Oh no, that was.
Look at this.
Oh,
There he
Feeney!
goes.
Look at
Yeah,
That's
see,
Feeney.
Jets gang, this is just inaccurate. Like that's, again, I hear you. I know why you're saying it, and I'm disenchanted with much of it. I hate how conservative he is. I hate his situational awareness. But if all those plays that are there work, like if they just connected, we're not even having this conversation. And that's why I stand where I stand.
That was a great job by Feeney, man. That was a good play.
Fucking dude, Feeney's the man. He should be starting. I'd extend him $12 million a year.
Oh,
I enjoy
followed up with that.
He's a glue guy.
30 rushing yards, Jets gang. That's right. So what do you put that on? See, that's the funny thing about all this. Jonathan Francois, what's up, Jonathan? I haven't seen you all day. Good to see you. Thanks for the super chat. Quarterback is the one and only upgrade we need this offseason. Our offensive line was trash, and we were this close to making the playoffs. Also, good quarterback play can neutralize bad O-line play, get the quarterback. Yeah, I agree, dude. And you got to look, Ryan, Jeremy, correct me. Dude, we had 6 different injuries to the tackle positions. How can you possibly weather that?
Well, no.
Yeah, no. The offensive line was thrashed. When your young quarterback needs time to develop and, he's getting blasted the way he is and he's getting flustered. And now I think it was a compounding situation. I thought initially the first half of the season, the Jets offensive line and John Benton did a great job with what they had. And then really once AVT and Brees went out, the season just kind of went.
Yeah, it caught up. You know what I mean?
It unveiled the fact we were hiding our quarterback the first half of the season.
That's right.
Look
at this. Holy shit. That's well said. Like we were able to stash the ineptitude of our quarterback behind Brees Hall and decent offensive line play and a really solid defense.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, of course. But again, the guys, I want to make sure, like, you don't have to be all or nothing. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, people get the idea, like, if you think this, then you have to think that. That's not true. You cannot love LaFleur and still think that he shouldn't be fired. You can, think Zach Wilson has potential, to develop and not want him on the damn football field right now. Like, these things can coexist. Yeah. That's kind of where I am. Look at this. There he goes. Run. Keep running. Just keep running.
Come on. All right. Got
30-17 floor playing for the fucking 4th down again. I this is the problem, right? As I defend him, he does this shit. I can't stand LaFleur.
Ty Johnson, I wouldn't mind bringing him back. Like, I mean, we don't need to because we have Carter and you have Brees and you have Bam, but Ty Johnson is not as bad as I initially thought he was.
Look, Ty Johnson's very talented. The problem with Ty Johnson is that he's inconsistent. So he'll have games where he's like really great, and then the next game he has 3 drop passes and a fumble. And look at this. Okay, all right, good. Tie game, baby.
Tie game.
Woo!
4th quarter tie game.
Zerline looks like a thin Sam Darnold in his helmet.
Who's that? Who does?
Zerline looks like not that Sam's big, but like a slimmer version of Sam in his helmet.
I'll tell you though, another game with field goals, no touchdowns. It's truly incredible. It really is. But so Jonathan, I agree with you, man. I think it's about like we have to put all of our guns toward making sure we are not the team left at the altar with the quarterback we want. Whoever it is. If it's Jimmy G and you're okay with him missing 7 games a year and that's your guy, then go get him. If it's Derek Carr, go get him. If it's Lamar Jackson, go get him. You need to get your number 1 choice at vet quarterback this year. Starting with another rookie is just, it's just, I don't know. I couldn't possibly stomach it. It'd be atrocious. It'd be so sad to watch us start over in that way. Yeah. So why did we trade for James Robinson and not play him? Because we're stupid. That's why. The one game they should have played James Robinson was in Vikings game. Dude, we were in the red zone. We were on the 1 inch line. Dude, he's 8 for 8 within the 10-yard line rushing for touchdowns. 8 for 8. And we didn't even put him on the field. He was active. Didn't even think about it.
So stupid.
I think once the Patriot loss happened, I think they kind of decided that Bam was good enough that they didn't need to lose the higher draft pick on James Robinson. And I'm okay with making that decision because I think it's the right decision either way. Like, I think Bam's going to be here next year. He should get the touches. He should get the reps. And I think he's better.
Yeah, but I think, right.
But in that situation, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, look, and I support that too. Like, once Bam showed like he's legit, then right, it doesn't make any sense. But at the same time, you could still use the guy. And that was before Bam Knight really showed up. You know what I mean?
No,
and
wasn't Bam's first game the Bears game? It was with White.
Maybe it was. Maybe, yeah,
and
you know what?
It was like there, and then it was the Minnesota game.
Good point.
He had over 100 yards both those games, I think.
Oh, yeah, 100 yards total. Right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That's right. But still, I mean, you could have rushed him for 1 yard and, and not anyway.
Yeah. No, I agree. I got you.
But I understand why he did it. It was like Breece Hall went down. We made sure real quick we had somebody that was at NFL caliber. You made sure.
That is the same move that, like, there's certain moves as a GM that you make for morale. And that move, the draft pick to hopefully swing the morale of, hey, we're not giving up on the season is worth the wasted draft pick.
Agreed.
Even if the player is unsuccessful in the role with the team.
Yeah, I agree.
The optics of doing it is more important for the team.
I agree. So Ablab coming in with the baseball bat. Thank you, Ablab. And he just wants to say one thing. He wants to say one small little thing. LaFleur sucks. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, man. You're not alone, Ablab. You're not alone. And I want to make sure that it's very, very clear. While I don't support firing everybody, I am not in love with LaFleur either, man. I want you guys to know that. But again, I see enough play. Was that on us? Or that's on them, right?
On them.
All right. But and I don't see Saleh firing him. I think that this coaching staff is going to ride or die together. That's what I think they're going to do. I don't think it's that fickle. It's not Todd Bowles, hiring 3 offensive coordinators in a 4-year period. It's not Rex Ryan hiring 3 offensive coordinators in a 6-year period. It's really 3 in a 4-year period because we had Schottenheimer for the first few. But anyway, I just don't think it's like that. I think that they're really close. Come on. There you go. All right. But it's going to be interesting, Ablab. I got to tell you, man, I really am curious to see what the hell we do. Quarterback, free agency, draft. No, get him off the field. That's it. Enough. Off. You know what I mean? Enough.
Yep. Nope. Whatever happened.
Enough. That's if he's not seriously hurt, look at that. He's folded. See that? Folded to the left. Anybody else been folded to the left? I've been folded to the left. It sucks. I've been folded like that. Look at that. No good.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like that one bit.
Ooh.
But Ablab, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. And hey, we're gonna have a fun off season together. At least it didn't start week 10. The off season. That's what I'll say. At least it didn't start week.
If that if
Dude, Rolig, hey, listen, Rolig, what are you talking about? Eat some balls, will you? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I can't stand you guys. There's what is that? It was literally it was up there for less than a minute. I was finishing something. And we'll get to it. You want to go fucking start your own channel and manage it the way you want. There's 60,000 comments in here, man. You know what I mean? It's not easy. dude. Fuck yourself, Rolik. How's that sound?
Throwing darts.
I'm just sick of it,
That's
dude.
the man.
You know, week 18, just lighten the fuck up. You know what I mean? Seriously. Isaiah Camp, a competent quarterback play would give Garrett 52. Can you imagine? He did this with four different quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
4 different quarterbacks. It's amazing. And we haven't had a wide receiver like this guy forever. You know, all the years we asked for a number 1 wide receiver, it's just like he's finally here. And we don't have a quarterback to throw it to him. It's amazing. Let's see. FOC. Screw this game. Get our guys out of there. Play the backups and take the damn L. I'm right. Dude, the worst thing in the world would be to see a Sauce or a DJ Reed or a Jermaine Johnson, Garrett Wilson, like get hurt. Like, you know, tear something now. You know what I mean? It'd be the worst.
Yeah, it just sucks that this game's so close because it's not like game's lost. We're pulling people to preserve injury. And it's not like, we're winning, so we're pulling people to preserve injury. It's, no, it's close. Like, we still kind of have to preserve the optics of trying to win this game, but you don't want your guys getting hurt. You just need to get out of this game.
Yeah, I know. I know. But it's like
Hall's in there. There's Hall.
There's Bryce Hall. There he goes. Look at JFM getting double teamed. Oh, he actually tipped that, I think. Look at this. And it's still.
And they let him that. There you go, without Sauce. That's what we are without him.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Tip ball up in the air forever, and we still let him get it.
Woof.
Oh, God.
I mean, let's be honest. At this point, we kind of want to take the L.
What's that?
This is such a deflating game. Like, I would hate to win this game in the fashion we're about to, like, potentially either win or lose. Like, I would like to take the L at this point.
Right, fair point. Right. It's one thing to go out, you play your balls off, and you win. Yeah, but this is garbage.
Nothing good came out of this game.
Nope.
Like, we didn't discover anything good. Nothing.
Nope. Nothing.
There were some nice plays. I think
Johnson.
I think we could feel happy about a few players. Like, I think by and large, you can feel good about Garrett Wilson, Jermaine Johnson, Michael Clemens. I thought Michael Carter II looked pretty good early on. Just get out of the game healthy and, like, move on.
Yeah.
Chris KV checking in. Dolphins haven't won a playoff game since I was in 5th grade. Now I'm 28-year-old father of 3. You know what EAD means, everybody. Dolphins fan. That's right. I mean, it's a funny thing. It's like, look, we get it. We are, it's hard to be proud of this team. Oh, he's going to get the flag. Nope. Okay, good. Look, it's tough, right? It's tough. But, when you're in the position of being a Dolphins fan, you don't have much to throw at us, bro. You know what I mean? We have significantly more playoff victories and appearances. It's like it's just been a minute.
That was foot entanglement. I think they're ruling that.
Oh, good.
Foot entanglement.
I like that.
They got their feeties mixed up. Let's see. Ryan.
Hey, Indy Jets, you can go too.
Okay? Sauce back in.
Seriously, I've been talking you off the ledge for 2 years. If you want to, because of that, you want to leave, then leave. Which position should we draft for? Ryan, what do you think? Like you said, offensive line, but you think that's where we go?
Yeah, 100%. I don't think it's. I'm fine with it being guard or tackle. I think either way, you got to get a good offensive lineman. I hope it's a tackle. I think you hope that Becton does well, and then if you have to franchise tag him the following year, you have to do that. But it's got to be, I think, one of the top 3 tackles. If you can get out of this game with a loss and you have like a top 12 pick, hope one of the top 3 tackles falls to you. That's the move. I hope.
What do you think, Jeremy?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple of ways to go, and I just, the one area I'm not going to question JD is that, like, as long as he stays to his board, I'll be happy with what he does. because to me, it's all about hitting. Just hit on whoever you take. It's just got to hit.
That's true. That's a good reason to not necessarily go O-line. Like, don't force the
don't
pick.
reach.
Like I'd rather have, Micah Parsons right now than Zach Wilson, or I'd rather have Jamar Chase right now than Zach Wilson, or I'd rather have Penei Sewell right now than Zach Wilson. Like, we force the pick at quarterback instead of taking necessarily the best. Not that I would disagree with it.
No, you guys were all in.
Yeah, 100%.
It is what it is. Look, if they would have hit on him, it would have been fantastic. Now, look, Kev is saying this is a narrative I hear out there. So, Kev, I'm going to ask you to answer this question yourself. How do we have a bad O-line when it's JD's specialty? Think about it for 10 seconds and answer it. It's an easy question to answer.
If you haven't been watching,
no, we've been screaming about it for months, but if not, at least an hour.
I'll give you a hint. Lots of crutches.
Crutches. Kev, you know better than that, Kev. You do.
It's injuries. It just sucks because we've donated. It feels like we've donated a lot of money to not a lot of success. Like Cameron Clark's out of the league. The Khalil experiment initially didn't work, but I like the swing at it because of the timing of when that took place. Tomlinson is a big whiff. That's probably the biggest. Him and Becton. Tomlinson and Becton have like single-handedly the two of them. So double-handedly, I don't know.
Look, so I love the hindsight of like Kev. So he just responded, Lakin was a bad free agent signing. I agree. But were you saying that when we signed him? Like now everybody's going to have hindsight and pretend that they knew that Lakin was a bad signing? We all celebrated that signing.
No, that was a good signing.
It was the best, right? And let me say, like, just to be clear, like, make sure, like, when I'm right, I like to say I'm right. When I'm wrong, I have no problem. Dude, he was my number one target.
Me too.
Number one.
Frankie too. Me too. Frankie, you, me.
Like, I wanted the financial commitment that we have to that side of the ball with guys like Tomlinson, with guys like Wilson. Do the Jets go out and get a new offensive coordinator to take advantage of it rather than trying to swap out pieces? Because that would take longer than the OC. The OC is immediate and doesn't impact your cap.
Maybe. I mean, right. It's going to, like, again, it's going to be interesting, man. There's a lot of potential scenarios.
Pittsburgh's winning.
Well, I was just going to say, guys, I'm literally getting texts right now from Pittsburgh fans. Like, this is how it goes. I want to die, like, with this shit. It's like, this provides me very little happiness, this fucking sport. I want you to know, like, even on this level, I have Pittsburgh Steeler fans, Jets. Like, this is the stuff I'm getting. I can't stand it, dudes. I just want a damn winning I want to do something. I'm sick of it. I can't take it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God. You guys, thank God for us. GreenBean, keep up the good work. Screw these dipshits. I know, dude. Look, I mean, it's like I can only weather so much. You know what I mean? Like,
He's catching you at a low point. You're at the end of your season.
Look at that. Oh, Gary Wilson fucking dropped it.
Oh.
That was a beautiful catch.
You're watching the reaction. It's the reaction to the reaction stream.
But you know what I mean, dude? It's like, look, Ryan, like we do this for years, and we're middle of the road. We kind of weather it, and we try to be every now and then. It's just like, man, shut up. You know what I mean?
I'm a fan. I'm a fanatic. You don't like what I say? Get over it.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry. Don't care.
No.
Oh, Garrett, you could have had that one.
He's gonna get. He's a rookie. He's gonna get. It. He's gonna be much better.
He's got a squeeze.
Oh, I love the running play there. And now it's a fumble. Watch this. That's the. Are you kidding me?
Third down. He's saying third down.
Okay. Oof.
Bam Knight, don't fumble. Or if he does, he finds it again. Let's see what he does. Look, he's stepping on people's back. Oh no, he fumbles.
Oh no, he fumbles it.
Oh, look at that. He's like, give me that. Yeah. All right, he got it back. I love it. Well, Jason, I think the truth is that we had decent depth. Depth was not the issue. It was how quickly we went through it. You know what I mean? It was like amazing how fast it was. Like, doom, doom, doom. Like even our 4th round pick, dude, Flacco's in the end zone. Oh,
Get rid of it.
oh, first down,
Oh!
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
Let's go.
For
Go,
it.
Garrett.
Wait, we're gonna do it. Here we go. Ooh, Garrett Wilson. Hey man,
Let's go.
we gotta take it where we can get it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, but they didn't.
look at the play he follows that up with. LaFleur.
I know. Here you go. Let's throw it behind the line. LaFleur loves that play. He's been trying to shoehorn it in for 2 years now. It never worked. It hasn't worked once.
So
That's
good.
such a wide, like, shouldn't that be like a near side pass? Like what, or like the shorter side of the field?
He has no understanding of momentum. You make a play like that, a first down. The next
Dude, he
play
does
up the middle, slant up the middle.
Jeremy, you're so right that he does that. Exactly that so much. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's just no way. Okay.
Is there a flag? Flag? Asking for the flag, not getting the flag. Okay. Oh, there's a flag.
Ablab checking back in. Thank you, Ablab. He says, can't fathom Kenny Pickett may make the play. Dude, isn't it gross? It's gross. I hate Kenny Pickett.
How is that not a flag? That's gotta be a
He
flag.
threw it. No, he threw it.
Okay.
He threw the flag.
Yeah, okay. I'm saying I was worried that it wasn't that though.
Oh, I just
Better
got
be
freaking
that.
nervous over here.
I mugged him.
Ablab,
Look what he
it's so,
did to the ref.
isn't it?
He pointed to the ref.
But like even on top of it, like I don't like Kenny Pickett's a punk and all the stuff on top of him and the Steelers, they were 0-6 and here, whatever. Then you add to that like the Brock Purdy's. It's like all over the place. Quarterbacks fall from the sky for teams. We try so hard using 2 top 5 picks, 2 top 3 picks on quarterbacks in the last 6 years, 5 years, and we got nothing. We can't find anybody. We just can't do it.
Can someone tell LaFleur that our offensive line is not capable of establishing a running game? I'm tired of handicapping Flacco 2nd and 10 every single drive.
Right,
like
3rd and
every
13.
drive.
But see, this is what happens. People start getting fired up. Then they're like, "Whoa, we didn't run the ball. This is ridiculous." But I completely agree with what Jeremy's saying, because the running game cannot work because of this offensive line. You should be throwing the ball like this is like a 50 throw game. Like that's what's going to have to happen in this sort of.
Right, or just replace the run game with some kind of easy
A
out
short
pass or short.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
That's what Ryan was saying before,
Yeah,
right? When
yeah.
Right.
I mean, now it's 3rd and 10.
There we go. This is our comfort zone. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I mean, I hate having to live that way. 3rd and 10, 3rd and
What's Garrett Wilson's stats here today? What are we looking at here? Let me take a look.
Close to it.
He's got
he was at 70 something.
7 for 96.
Yeah,
Wow.
and there's probably like
Oh my
another
God, he
50
caught that too.
There's
Go
another,
for it, LaFleur.
Go for it.
You got to go for it.
Yeah,
there's another 50 yards left.
Ablab,
too.
you going for this one or what?
Come on, Ablab. You know you're going for it, Ablab.
Come on.
Absolutely. Or is that like a hell of a kick?
Dude, look
You're
at this.
eliminated. Fucking put the stamp on Miami.
You got nothing to lose. You just go
So
for
that's
it.
You be sneaking.
that's right. Joe Flacco, he's 6'5". Just
I guess they're not keeping.
No, you got.
there you go. Okay,
Gotta
what are we
pass.
doing? We look confused. Up, we don't know what we're doing. All
Timeout.
right, I'm gonna take a bio break. I'll be right back.
Oh, red flag. That's a catch. I don't care what they say. That's a catch. Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
Usually takes shorter for me to be up here for the first time.
Team Bean. I don't know if that's a
Oh,
catch,
that's good,
Ryan.
dude.
That's good. I don't know if it's a catch.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks a little. It does touch the ground. So
I don't think there's enough to overturn it, though.
yeah, like he did have possession when he came down, though.
I think if that was called not a catch, I think it would stand as well. I think this is just one of those plays that's
Comes right down.
Ooh, it hits the ground. It
that
does
angle. Can they zoom in? I'm a little behind you guys.
They're showing
move.
it.
They're showing a ton of replays.
Boinking into the ground.
Yeah,
It'd be hard to imagine it not being turned.
I think it's gonna stand.
When he pulls it in, it's like half, like bottom's touching the ground.
Because
I'm
does
not
he
sure.
have control? Is he like kind of controlling it into his?
It looked like he had complete control.
Yeah,
It looked like he had complete
like
control.
even that
but when he
bobble
took-
was like, I guess it just can't hit the ground and bobble though. That's the issue.
yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like a catch though to me. That looks like he was like.
If it's not, they need to change the rule. That's a freaking catch.
It does, but it's definitely enough to turn it over.
If there was no ground and he was falling 100 feet, he's holding the ball as he's falling for the whole 100
That's
feet.
right.
Not the ball.
Look at that ref. He's making
It's
a
not his
decision
fault the
right now.
ground is there. Yeah.
Look, you see that? He had the screen in his face, and he turns around and looks up at the jumbotron. Let me see what's going on.
I don't really know what to think here.
What are you saying?
I can't
Yeah, I
tell.
have no sound.
We're not allowed to have sound, so.
Call
Go.
reverse!
Oh.
Boo!
First, of course. I knew it. Knew it.
First successful challenge.
That
Knew
sucks.
it.
That's
Knew it.
good.
Knew it. Absolutely knew it.
That sucks.
Guy Wilson's like, that's bullshit. It is. Now we got to punt. We were going to go. We were going to score.
No. Oh yeah. I don't know why I'm thinking like, oh wait, no, we got like another
Fake
down.
it,
'cause
dude.
that-
Right, Ryan? Fake. This is the perfect place for a fake, even though they're waiting for it.
4th
No.
and 11 though. That's
right.
a
Guys.
lot of yards.
Guys,
Look,
guys,
Michael Clemens is in there. Throw it to Michael Clemens.
we're gonna win this. We're gonna win this game because of a turnover. Watch. They're gonna turn the ball over,
I
and we're
just
gonna
don't
win.
want. We're gonna win because of like Joe Flacco, and that's not how I want to win. It's gonna be like Joe Flacco to like, I don't know. At least we don't have Frank Gore, or, people who aren't gonna be here next year. I just want our young guys to win it if we're gonna win it.
There's gonna be a turnover, and we're gonna score and win the game. I can feel it.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. With the way that this offense has been playing, though, I don't know what to think anymore. Keep down.
Yeah.
I can't do this for too long.
So I would tell you that tackle that I love, Ryan, is Paris.
Oh yeah, that's what Matt was saying.
Yeah,
Matt likes him too.
yeah,
I haven't watched enough of it, but just like face value, Broderick Jones coming from Georgia, who he's going to have to go up against constantly. Like that's the one I want to keep an eye on. I have to watch tape. I haven't.
We could possibly, depending on where we pick, we could possibly trade back and still get him.
I don't think I'm going to get cute with the offensive line. I
Yeah.
think.
Look at this.
Oh, look at Curry. Oh, that was a wild play.
Yeah, there was a lot of craziness in there.
I see what you're saying, Matt. If you think you have the guy, just grab him.
Yeah.
Don't play games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jettasonic saying Wilson loves. I know his best games are with Joe Flacco. Garrett Wilson.
I want to see I really hope Derek Carr chooses us.
I know.
Where do you think if he hits free agency right now? The Jets are the favorite to get him. 25% odds, according to Odds Checker.
I know. What do they know?
23.5% for Indy.
Um,
I wonder what the allure to Indy is. Like, why would he think that's a good spot?
I don't know. Look at this. No.
Oh,
I don't know. I really don't. But I'll tell you what, Miami would be attractive.
Yeah, I think Tua's health is going to depend on how this, or the quarterback market is going to depend on how Tua's health shakes out. Like if Miami's like, we're pulling the plug on Tua, and like we just got to get a stable quarterback, then Miami becomes the top destination, I think, for a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think so too. They're loaded.
I think Brady is going to go to Vegas.
I could see that.
I'm
Well,
hoping
it makes a
Tua
lot of
stays in
sense.
Miami.
It makes a whole
Oh,
bunch of sense.
Can you
Like,
imagine
think about
Brady
it.
with
If
those
they
weapons?
go out there and they sign Tom Brady and then they draft a quarterback under, to be under him because he's only going to be there a year or two at the most, right?
Yeah.
Well, you'd hope.
I know. I said that 10 years ago.
Can you imagine Brady having Devontae Adams and Waller and oh my God?
Well,
And
I think that's what's going to happen, and they're going to draft a quarterback early.
Yeah. There we go. That's a
Oh,
fumble.
nice hit. Is that a fumble? A touchdown?
How does a tie impact us? Oh, dude, a tie probably sends the Steelers. Does the tie send the Steelers to the playoffs? Would that knock the Patriots out?
Maybe.
If the Patriots lose, the Steelers win, and we tie. So that's probably best case scenario.
Yeah.
You don't have that extra loss in the loss column. Your depleted team held,
Come on, Sauce Gardner, pick 6 right now.
Mr. Terrible. He's been saying all stream he doesn't want Derek Carr. Like, let me just tell you so you
I
understand.
understand.
But let me say, it's not just Ryan. Like, Derek Carr is my number one choice. That's who I would hope. Again, if you look over his 9-year career, he plays in almost every game. We have injured our quarterbacks miss 4 or 5 games a year regularly.
Yep.
Okay. So you got that. He has a career average of 65% completion percentage. He has a career almost 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, 98.1 quarterback rating. And not for nothing, he's had 4 different coaches, so which means 4 different systems. He's never had higher than a 20th defense to go along with what he's doing. Like, dude, there's so many reasons. Defense. Come on, Barrios.
Derek Carr's the first option, I think. I don't think he's the only option, and I don't think he's the only route you have to go. I think there's plenty of other options, but I think because he has to get cut by February 15th, you have a month before you start negotiating with free agency or with free agents. So you should 100% go for Derek Carr as opposed to saying like, oh yeah, I'm just going to ignore him and not go that route. Like 100% go after him.
Oh, I would love it. Evan Wallman wants Skoronski. I got to be honest. I haven't even done my dive yet. Oh, the only position I even looked at was defensive tackle a little bit. I haven't even really. I've just by choice. I've not allowed myself.
Skoronski's really good. He's good. He'd be fine too. There's 3 really good tackles, and he's one of them. Like there's 3 plug and play, start right away tackles for sure.
Look at Flacco. Look at him. He's so good.
There's also a center out of Minnesota that will be available in the 2nd round.
Yeah.
That would be my
Beth Page says Skoronski won't be available if we win. Well,
yeah, no.
I'm not trying too hard to do that.
I do think a win is a big issue with like us trying to get a top offensive lineman. Like this is a game we probably should lose. But we want to lose it in a fashion that doesn't like we want to look good losing.
I wish we had 2 picks because I really love Brian Branch.
Yeah.
Oh, intentional grounding. 100%.
I know we got to get used to the idea that we don't have fucking 2 firsts, 2 seconds. We got to make it count, man. This is back to normal.
If the 3 offensive tackles are off the board, I'd trade down. I don't know who would like what the position would be. Like what if the tackles are gone and you don't necessarily reach on a guard.
Defensive tackle, man. Edge? Get the defensive tackle, get the free safety. Think about this defensive backfield with a ball hawking free safety. Like just think about that.
This is a shit show, by the way.
This game? Oh my God. It's
right now for both teams. It's a shit show.
I can't believe it's still on.
Yeah, you think they'd pull the plug on the friggin'
Look at this. Go! Nope.
You think they would say we could make more money commercial wise running Little House on the Prairie right now?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go. My laptop's about to die, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch
Hey.
the end of the game. But fun hanging out with you, and
Yeah.
I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, nice to get some quality time with you, buddy. This was nice.
Yeah.
There he goes, Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7. I'll talk to you
It's
in
the
a
baby
little
for
while.
me.
Good stuff. Enjoy the rest of the day, buddy.
Take it easy, guys.
Look at Garrett Wilson. He's out of control.
He's out of control. He's a wild man, though. He does. He plays wild. Like
See, so Jason says Carr would be the typical. Actually, you know what's funny? I don't know how you can say that. He would instantly. We've never gone.
We've never done a move like that.
Never.
Because we've never had, with the exception of Brett Favre, the 10 games.
Right.
We have never had a quarterback better than Derek Carr. So give me an example of us going out and getting a quarterback as good as Derek Carr.
It's really interesting to me, like why so many Jets fans feel that way. Now, I understand, like if you feel like there's the cold weather thing, and again, I think that's more to do with he plays in warm weather. So if he gets 2 cold weather games a year, it's likely that it can happen. But I understand that argument. If you don't like somebody's, they don't like the way he, his manner, like they don't like the way his leadership, okay, you might have something there. But again, when you look at everything he's overcome, again, 4 coaches, numerous skill guys, trading his guys away, atrocious offensive lines, never a defense higher than 20th in the NFL to help him out. Never higher than 20th, bottom 3rd defense his entire career. And he's among the best in the league every single year. Like, I just don't understand the overall argument, like why you would be so upset. It just doesn't make sense to me. I get it. You don't have to. I get it. Like there are things not to like, but nobody's a perfect, prospect or candidate. Let's say nobody.
Well, I mean, he had obviously we know this coach McDaniels that came in. This is a horrible coach, right? Because he proved it in Denver, did it to Denver. He destroyed them in 1 year. He was awful. Comes to the Raiders. He's awful. If you look at the last 4 years before this season, Derek Carr was top 10 DVOA. DVOA, top 10 quarterback for 4 years. When is the last time we've had a quarterback on our roster that has the opportunity to be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL?
Right. He had 4,800 yards last year. I forget the touchdowns, but it's insane. Like we've never even sniffed it. I don't understand. Yeah, almost. Oh, come on.
And they get the first down every time we do that. I don't know.
Crazy, isn't it?
He just throws the ball up, and we're like,
it's crazy how it's fallen.
We just can't get a turnover.
Chris K's like, are we really going to end this season without another game without? Yeah, it looks that way, buddy. It really does. It's terrible.
It's terrible. I mean, do you think Mike LaFleur, this game impacts their decision with him? Do you think this is just more evidence? Do you think there's a chance that
they're going to say Flacco? They're missing 3 starters on the offensive line, and that's on an injured line. Don't forget, Herbig is second string. You know what I mean? So even he's out. Dude, there's more than enough reasons for them to find. If they're looking for it, they're going to find it. You know what I mean?
The play calling, again, I mean, it's been some good plays, but so many bad choices in play calls.
I'll tell you what. Here's the truth of it. Yes, well, Kev, yes, he's over 100 today. Just over 100. I think he's got probably like 105. Let me double check real quick. But I'll tell you something, Jeremy. In just a second. So he's got 102 currently. So that's good. Another 100-yard game for Garrett Wilson. There it is. Yeah, north of 45 was just saying it too. Thank you. So here's the whole thing. No matter which side they're on, if they're looking for enough reason to fire him, they got it. If they're looking for enough reason to keep him, they got it. If they're looking for enough reason to bring in an additional quarterback coach, it's there. Yeah. Looking for enough reason to bring in a Frank Reich and kind of, give him an assistant head coach kind of a thing, which they're not doing, by the way. I want everybody to know that. They're not doing that. But if they did, there's enough reasoning to do it. There's enough reason, I should say. It's all there. It's like it's a mixed bag right now. It really
Right.
is.
There's an argument for every side of it that you can already make if you had to, right? You could sit there and jump into their shoes and already know the argument that they're going to make.
Yeah,
For
totally.
no matter no matter for everything. That's such a great point.
Yeah, and that's why everybody feels so resolved on their side, and they feel like they're right. That's why I'm getting my head chopped off from both sides.
Oh yeah, there's nothing. I noticed the same thing. There's nothing I can say in any form on YouTube and not get my head bit off because, and in everything, because there's so strong arguments for everything. There's evidence for every argument that people are making.
Yeah. All right. That's the thing. Like everybody feels this way. Hennessy saying from meaningful games to the week 17 toilet bowl. Isn't it something? I mean, this season, guys, as exciting and fun as parts of it really were, like truly, this is about as epic of a collapse as we've seen. Like this is up there. It's way up there, man. Like they look lifeless. And the sad part about it is it's not the defense. It's not, man. I mean, they're not perfect. But again, it's 6 points and with no help from the offense. None.
As bad as this is for us, imagine this. This game actually is meaningful for Miami.
Right.
And they're doing this too.
They win and they're in the playoffs. They're going to limp into the playoffs with no legs.
Yeah, this is how they're playing against our team right now for a playoff spot.
Look at this. Oh, I knew it. Horse collar. Quincy Williams with a horse collar. Anthony G, what's up, buddy? He says Rodgers or Brady would be the Jets' move, and they would play well for like 3 or 4 games, and then the wheels would fall off, and they would be out of the league the following year. That's how you jet. Well, or like with Brett Favre, Anthony, he did that, and then we let him retire, and then he stays in the league for 2 years, going to the NFC Championship game. That's how it goes. That's how you jet, baby. They stuck for us, and then we let them go, and they were great again. There's the 1 year they just don't do well for us. We've seen that more than once.
Every time Quincy Williams does something good, he does something bad. It's like he's the Ty Johnson, like what you say about Ty Johnson.
Right. No,
I mean, that is Quincy Williams.
Yeah. Now, Joey G says, is there a super chat to buy a turnover? There actually is. It's a $75 super chat. Once you do it, the turnover is 84% more likely, Joe. So if you do a $75 super chat, then the turnovers come. But it's not a guarantee, but it's likely. Just so you know.
Another wondering I have is this entire game, we can't move the ball. We're struggling to move the ball consistently. Did you see even one attempt at a deep pass, like a bomb, just a deep pass to Garrett Wilson, to Elijah Moore?
A couple, but not like bombs. But yeah, there's good 20, 25-yard passes I've seen today. But look at that. Come on, get him. All right, good. Look at this guy. Still up. How?
Sometimes you got to like just throw a deep 40-yard bomb just to force, maybe get a PI. Like you got to try to force something sometimes.
Yeah, I hear you. I know it gets pass interference like a lot of the time. George wants to know why Bryce Hall is out. It's because Sauce got hurt. That's why.
He came back in for a little bit, so it's not.
I mean, it's right at this point. It's like I don't know, man. I wouldn't risk it personally.
Yeah,
Mr. Terrible, 10th pick on April 27th will feel better than the win today. That's the truth, man. It's very true. Oh. I'm rooting for the win, Mr. Terrible. I can't help it. Again, I've rooted for the loss 11 of 12 years. I'm rooting for. I just want to win the fucking game. We lose, I'm not going to be upset though because of that.
You think they're going to kick a field goal?
Yeah, my son's like, "What fourth quarter? What happened?"
Fourth quarter with a minute left. What the heck is going on?
They're going to kick a field goal probably because they're already.
Oh yeah, they're going. Where are they? What
yard
line are they on?
They're already in his range for a field goal.
Yeah, it's a long one though. Cahill checking in. Somebody is going to go after this. I'm not convinced, Cahill. I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised again, but I think they're just going to forge ahead. That's what I think. I think all the reports about Woody this, Woody that, it's all bullshit. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out. We'll definitely find out. Ablab checking back in. He says, well, let's let mock draft season begin. With that said, I'm encouraged by this season. We are a good young team on the come up. Next year we'll be a force and we'll win a lot of games. See, that's the thing. That's how I feel. I just so wish that all the losses didn't come in one streak. If it wasn't that, I'd feel much better because it's concerning. There's no way to not be concerned about it. But I'm with you, man. And we got a good young team. Look at that. There you go, Quincy Williams. Look at that. He's going to get a penalty for slamming him.
He's hit and miss.
He's like great and then terrible.
He's hit and miss.
You can't just be good. That's what I say about feast or famine. It's like I would much rather somebody who's like just very consistent than really great and then really terrible. You know? Look at this. Boom. There you go. Take that.
Yeah. And you can't call for a penalty because the running back is still fighting. So, you know what I mean? At some point, you have to allow the defender to make the tackle.
Yeah. But what do you feel about the young team? You think like, hey, man, we get a quarterback, we fix a couple of things. Like, you think we're on the up, or do you think this is indicative of we're really just sliding downward? Where do you stand on Ablab's point here?
Overall, I think the future is great. I mean, I never, deep in the back of my mind, the only punch in the stomach to the future outlook, the only hard thing to swallow was the destruction of Zach Wilson. The fall of Zach Wilson. That hurts really bad. That would have been great. If he was the guy, if he had proven he's the quarterback, I'd feel a million times better. The fact that we have to now go out and talk about getting a quarterback is the one thing, but everything else is beautiful. Like everything else is pointing in a great direction for us.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm excited about the team. It's like, again, if the coaches, like Robert Saleh's got to learn from these mistakes. Like he's making mistakes. Look at this, and it's good.
It's good.
There you go, Mr. Terrible. That's going to wrap it. The Dolphins are going to the playoffs.
The Jets just gave them the ticket.
Unless the Patriots find a way to win, right?
It's going to be very hard. They're down by 12 with 3:47 left.
Didn't they just score? I think they just scored. Somebody said that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Dom C, what's up, buddy? Dom checking in. Let's remember we are playing with our 4th-string and 3rd-string right guard today with Flacco. Jesus Christmas could be at offensive coordinator, and he isn't getting much. It's a good point. It's the truth. It's the truth. Yeah. And again, like when you want to throw Joe Douglas under the bus for this, I don't know how you can prepare for this many injuries to the same position. Like it's just, even the guys he was plucking off practice squads, who, by the way, came in and played well enough, they were injured. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's crazy. Our 4th-round pick has got blood clots. Like it's incredible what we've endured. And the funny part about it, Jeremy, this O-line, at no point was it as bad as the 2017, 18, 19 O-lines. Like those lines were worse. That was McCagnon that was what he put together. Like this line was never as bad as the McCagnon lines. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. Look at this. Barrow's going to score a touchdown. Look at him. I want to be all pro. But yeah, Dom, look, and it's like to be careful, right? It's not like, at least from my vantage point, I think you feel the same. It's not like we're defending LaFleur. It's just trying to keep things in perspective, to be objective. Like all the way on one side or the other, I find it difficult to reside on either side. I'm just like, no. And then over here, I can't do that either. It's just like there's good and there's bad. And I think when you look at it from an objective perspective, it's real hard to to want to start over, in my opinion. That's just me, maybe. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just fucking tough here, man. And it was so exciting. We had so much. We just had to win 1 or 2 more games. That's it. If we won 1 more game, this game would have meant something. Isn't that crazy to believe that?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's Miami's situation, right? It's this exact that they're us with 1 more win. And but for them to come out against Joe Flacco and a backup offensive line and win 9-6 is about an example of the worst you can possibly be as a team going into the playoffs.
Flacco's last pass. Nope. Oh, he's going to get one more. Okay, one more pass of Joe Flacco's career, everybody. Let's watch it together in solidarity. Joe Flacco, our 3-year backup quarterback, the former Super Bowl MVP of the Ravens. We're about to watch his last play in the NFL.
You know, the one thing that hurts Domsey's point, like I get it today, that, you know, no offensive coordinator could have done this with these guys. But it doesn't stop that. Now this becomes 3 games without a touchdown in a row.
Yeah.
And I don't care, you know, like at some point it's like, well, if you're the coordinator, if you're the offensive coordinator, that's going to be the guy.
Look at this. Wait, hold on. Flacco's last play. Yeah. Garrett Wilson throwing it back to Flacco. Flacco gets another chance. Throw it backwards again. Elijah Moore's running backwards. Do a safety. Do it. Oh my God! Oh, fucking touchdown! No,
a touchdown.
That's a safety, isn't it? Yeah, that's a safety.
What pathetic,
dude. We just lost 40 yards.
That's everything the Jets are. That play.
Oh my God!
That's our organization.
Flacco's last pass was utter mayhem. Mayhem. I don't think about that. LaFleur, his last pass gives him a fucking wide receiver screen. Like, that's what you give him? You know what I mean, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Can you give him a damn play? Let him air it out. Say, you know what, Joe, this one's for you, buddy. And send everybody down the sideline and just throw it. Like, give him a chance. He can throw the ball 70 yards in the air. Let him do it. Oh, my God.
That's 3 football games in a row without a touchdown. And we're going to have a lot of excuses for it and a lot of reasons for it. But if you're don't you establish yourself as a really good offensive coordinator by figuring out some way around it? 3 football games without a touchdown. Mike LaFleur is going to have to take that into the offseason.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people are going to say, I don't care who the quarterback was. I don't care about the offensive line. It's 3 football games in a row. Find a way to score a touchdown.
I'm telling you, dude. It's really something. So, hey, maybe we just watched Mike LaFleur's last play. Maybe we just saw Rob Calabrese last game as the offensive, the quarterback coach. Jason says his play calling is leaves something to be desired. What is this? Wait a minute. Why is my, what the hell is this? No USB device. Can I get out of here? What are you talking about?
You're here.
No, my computer's doing a weird. I got to bring it in. It's like not charging. It's doing a thing. It's unnerving because if my computer dies, like my whole life is through this damn computer. So Jingle Dub says same shit, different year in doodles. In doodles at oodles. I'm telling you. Woody needs to grow a pair and blow this up. Nah, I don't agree. I don't agree. Woody's got to stop blowing it up. Woody's got to go sit down. He's got to go get a nice table at the Ritz and just have a glass of wine and some caviar and escargot and leave it alone. That's what he needs to do.
I don't know how you could want the owner to come in and blow it up. Like if you've been a Jet fan for any amount of time, maybe if this is your first year as a Jets fan, but I don't know how you could have any years on your tire or any tread on your tire and say, yeah, let's blow it up again.
I know.
It's just like never, like we've had 50 years. 50 years.
I know.
I mean, 40 years as a fan for you and me. 40 years of that. 40 years. How many times have we watched this organization blow it up?
I'm telling you.
And
it's funny. I had a comment the other day. It said, this narrative that the Jets fire all every time is wrong. Like, how the fuck do you figure? Dude, think again. We've had 3 coaches the past 7 years, right? 8 years, 3 head coaches. In addition to that, obviously we had the 2 GMs, but we've had 7 offensive coordinators in that time. 7. Now you add Ulbricht, it's 4 defensive. Like, it's unbelievable, dude, how many times we have gutted it either all the way or halfway. Like, we need to just, as tough as it is sometimes to stomach and swallow, we need to just allow a regime the time to go through the muck and see if they can get out of it, dude. Like, that's it. Like, starting over, like, nobody's going to want to come here. We keep doing it with rookies and then firing them as soon as it gets difficult. It's my opinion that's not the way right now. Now, look, if you could get Sean Payton, Jeremy, if you put out a little feeler and Sean Payton goes, I'd love to coach the Jets. Okay.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, CD is saying which blow up was wrong. Pete Carroll? Firing Pete Carroll?
Yeah.
Kind of wish we could have a redo on that one.
Yeah. But here's the thing. The Pete Carroll one was weird because it wasn't his staff. He was a part of a staff that they thought the staff was good except for the leader, which was Bruce Coslett. So they got Bruce Coslett out and kept everybody in his staff to see if Pete Carroll could just run and it didn't work. But that was a bad one. Like, firing that crew and then hiring Rich Kotite, big mistake. Big mistake. Firing, we traded Herm Edwards. Do you know that? Do people forget this shit?
Yeah.
Like, can you name another team that has gotten picks for coaches? We've done it twice. Right? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but I don't know. Like, dude, we have literally gotten draft picks for 2 separate coaches. Like, we have an unbelievable history. Unbelievable.
I mean, and if you fired the whole staff, let's say you fired the whole staff. So now you're going to restart on defense. You're saying you want to throw out this defense that went from 32nd to top 5 in the NFL, and you just want to start over on that. And you want to throw out the whole scheme for 2 years of the offense. Like, we've been recruiting players, signing players for these 2 schemes, right? That fit this offense and this defense. Yep. And now you're going to totally blow it up, bring in a new coaching staff and put in new systems. Really?
Yeah. Now, let me ask you, would you do something like if McDaniels gets fired? Would you bring him in and kind of let him, like the whole idea that LaFleur is just kind of in over his head, so to speak? Would you consider something like that if you had the opportunity?
I mean, look, like I said, we could bring in helpful LaFleur, but I would want it to be the West Coast offense. Like, I don't want to change the whole thing. We could adjust it. It doesn't have to be the Shanahan, exact, but it needs to be some form or version of the West Coast offense at the very least, because that's what we've been building and recruiting. And I to me, you've got to stay on that track. But like, I like the whole Frank Reich or just bring in help. Just bring in a proven, and if they get rid of LaFleur and bring in a seasoned offensive coordinator, that's fine. But I'd like to see it be the West Coast offense, at the very least.
Yeah, I just, the Frank Reich thing, I think, is a pipe dream. He's just the name. I mean, it's a different system. It's like everything's different. Like, it doesn't mesh.
It doesn't mesh.
Maybe I don't know, but that's how it seems to me. Again, I just think, while I appreciate and relate to all the feelings and thoughts concerning all the negatives, I just think it's probably more likely that we're going to continue with this crew. We're going to try to let them overcome. I mean, there's significant positives all over the place, covered by this shitty fucking collapse, man.
We just lost 11-6 to the Dolphins, and it's just like so repetitive. Like I went to a game in 2010 for my 2010 for my 40th birthday, and we played at home against the Dolphins, and it was the same thing. We lost like 10-6 or it was the same thing. It's just the same thing.
I'll tell you, man, it doesn't feel good. It's like, again, like at the end of the year, it's like very similar, and I'm slap happy. Like, I'm just like, woo, like I'm delirious with this friggin' team. I don't know how to feel anymore. I just want him to build on it. I'd love to see a quarterback brought in again. I'm a firm believer that if there was a quarterback that could have hit 65%, we have 2 more games in our pocket, and it's a different season. We're in the playoffs, and maybe we're not enamored with everything. We don't love everything, but we're not having the same conversation. Brian Lemos. Oh no, we suck again. See you boys in the draft. Yeah, I'm going to start the Monday night mock 1 week from this Monday. We will be getting back down to business. The Monday night 10 o'clock mock. We'll be tearing that shit up, digging into these simulators and everything like that. Just like we have the last 3 years, we're going to dig into the Monday night mock, 10 p.m. every Monday night, starting 1 week from tomorrow, Jeremy. That's the way it's going to go.
Nice.
Let's see here. Thomas Cahill checking in. Doubling down on nothing is not a plan. Need new management. Again, I mean, how you can say nothing? I don't see that. Like, if we had a quarterback, there's enough on this team. The defense is more than good enough to build on, right? More than good enough to build on. They've kept us in every game, even with complete ineptitude. If the quarterback position was 65%, that's all we're asking. More touchdowns than interceptions. This is a 9-win to 11-win team. I'm saying it. So if you know that, then we're not at 0. This isn't Adam Gase. We don't look around the roster and go, holy shit, our best player is Jordan Jenkins. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're looking at. Like,
I say competent quarterback, fix the offensive line through health and draft, and a healthy Breece Hall, and we're competitive to go deep in the playoffs.
Right, dude. I mean, just think, like, again, I understand. Like, I'm not happy either, but if we had a quarterback that wasn't the worst quarterback in the NFL, which we've had the last few years, even with Sammy, like 32nd, that's what we're getting. Okay. If we're not getting that, if we're getting a guy that can simply hit the screens, the 10-yard slants, the 7-yard ins, if we can hit those, this is a whole different team. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Which way do you go? We all have our opinions. I'm a big fan of going and getting Derek Carr. Now, the thing is with the coaching staff, dude, is I have problems with the coaching staff. I don't like how kind of stubborn they seem to me. LaFleur seems that way. Saleh seems that way. Ulbricht it's like almost like we haven't even talked about him in months, because his unit played well, and he was on the chopping block all last year and the first 4 games of this year. Man, we hated him. Don't forget that. Everybody wanted his head chopped off. I don't think too many people feel that way. But it's that's the thing. It's like, just because we fire someone doesn't mean that it's fixed. Like, we can try to fix something with actually, with the tools that you have. And there's so much young talent on this team, man. So much. A quarterback changes everything. Illegally Beast Mode. I became a fan in 2010. This was upsetting. I feel for you, man. Sincerely. 2010 was it. And it's been a shit show since, except for the illusionary 2015, which was fun. You had some fun in 2015, right, Jeremy? You like that one?
Yeah. 2015 was fun up until that game against Buffalo.
Yeah.
I mean, but before that, the Fitzpatrick run was fun.
Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, it was fun. We had Brandon Marsh. We had a collection of losers that never made it to the playoffs in their whole career. We thought they had it, and at the very last minute, they showed what they were, and they were losers. And that's the way it went. And Todd Bowles, he just proved he was terrible. 3 offensive coordinators in 4 years. Radovan Merkovic, thank you. He says, my first game was 2015 in Arrowhead. 6 interceptions by Fitz and 2 fumbles. We've come so far. Dude, it's funny that was your first game. I would have left. I would have been running, Merkovic. I would have been running, but I remember that one. That was terrible. Terrible, terrible. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how bad that game was. And that's the thing, man. Like, we just need a quarterback. Like, and even Fitzpatrick, he had this great season for us. It's like, even that. He was an illusion too. It's like he has this great, but then he does that. And he did it to 5 interceptions the last game when the playoffs are on the line. He's a loser. There's a reason why he's never made it to the postseason. It's because of shit like that. He was given everything he needed. He couldn't do it. As painful as it is. Chief checking, he says, check out JetX's review of Mike LaFleur. It's not all on him. He does scheme guys open. Definitely questionable play calling. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, again, I do not love Mike LaFleur. But the idea that it's him it's just not, it's inaccurate to me. You know, like I'm telling you, I watched the fucking film. There are so many plays where the time is there, the pocket's there, and the guys are open, and our quarterback is the 32nd quarterback in the NFL. It's painful to see. But Merkovic, I'm really sorry, man, for you. Yeah, you know, it's painful, buddy. James Napoleon, trade or sign for Carr and draft O-line with the top picks. That's my plan. I would love that. I would love it. You know, I would love it. That's my plan, Jeremy. That's what I think I want to do. K Hill checking back in. Fan since 67. See, now I don't know who I feel worse for. Merkovic jumping on when we sucked, or Thomas Cahill. It's Cahill. You got me beat. You know, I've been a fucking fan for 40 years. You got me by. He was already miserable for 15 years when I jumped in. You know what I mean?
Crazy. That's wild. He had
What year did you jump
in? He had to
in?
live through the 70s, the mid to late 70s. Oh, brutal.
Yeah. Oh, brutal. 11-6. That's what we got. And look, hey, draft pick, right? That's the silver lining. Here we are again. We had some fun. We had some hope. We were in it till the very last minute. And we cheered for a draft. You know, we get our draft pick. Like, that's where we are. So we're the 10th overall pick. Is that where we are, guys? Pick 10. We're yet again a top 10 pick. Incredible. All right, Jeremy, you got to bounce. I'm going to stay for another 5 minutes or so.
Yeah. No, actually, there's no post game. So, but.
Oh, no?
No.
I just texted my Steelers fan, said, sorry. You know what I mean? Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was just doing. One of my good friends, a Steelers fan, he just texted me. He goes, man, I was pulling for the Jets today. I said, sorry. You know, it's like, sorry, we suck. But, you know.
Yeah, this is a take I disagree with, and 100%, James Roberts. I don't even understand it.
Yeah.
It's like when you look at it, when you really look at like how different it is from what we've seen. I don't know. I don't understand that one.
Yeah, I don't
know.
know
With a good point. What's that, Jeremy?
Yeah, I don't know why people go as high as GM. It's like maybe, you know, it might turn out he missed on the coach. It might turn out that way.
Yeah,
no one is saying keep them because they're definitely right. We're saying keep them because it's too soon to know, because the team is still improving.
Yeah, it is. So, technically, it is. I hate to, you know.
Why do you blow something up that's on the trajectory of going up? But like, right. But why would you say fire the GM? The GM is about the financial situation. Like, what kind of financial situation are we in? What kind of talent is on the team? You know, and what kind of hope do we have for the future? JD has been nothing but good news, you know, especially since he's really taken over the reins the last 2.5 years.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, yeah, it's you know, I get it. I mean, look, if you want to say he missed on his quarterback and he missed on his coach, then you got an argument. I do understand that. Rolig, Garrett Wilson is going to be a problem if this offense doesn't get better. You can see it, right? You can see it. He's not going to sit idly by, dude. He's not. He wants a career. That kid wants to win, and he's putting it all out there, man. He gets hurt and comes back in. He is putting it all out there, and if we can't keep up with him, he's going to want to go somewhere else. I'm telling you. You can see it. I'm with you, Rolig, 100%.
Yeah, Garrett
100%.
Wilson. Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner, man. They're the future captains. They're the future of the team.
All right, so Evan Williamson says we have 13th pick 13. All right, at least it's not a top 10. Technically speaking,
we were 13 going into this game. I don't think we're going to stay 13.
No,
I don't think so. I mean, we got to see how the other games work out. I don't know if I don't know, see how it could be official so soon. There's a lot more games to be played, so I don't know. We'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Okay. Hold on a second, Jeremy. So if realistically though, if someone's getting fired in the next day or two, like who do you think it is?
It's Mike LaFleur.
Yeah, not Calabrese or something.
If you tell me somebody's getting fired, it has to be Mike LaFleur. If it's going to be somebody, I don't think Calabrese would be enough. That would be like a phone. That would be so fake. Like it would feel so just scripted to like try to calm down the fans or something. Like
Yeah.
I don't think it would be enough if you were either you're going to stand tall and say we're giving it another year, and you're going to stand firm by that, or you're going to get rid of Mike LaFleur. And it's like there's no in between. If you get rid of somebody else like that, it's just going to be that's a double loss. Like to me, that's like because then now you're going to deal with the scrutiny of really you're going to blame that guy.
Well, he was. I know. You right. You bring him on as a quality. He's a quality control coach. You give him the responsibility of developing your number 2 overall pick, and amazingly he fails at it, and you fire him. I don't know, it seems. I think I lean the same way you do on that one. JMG Jamarcus Wilson is a bust. Yeah, I mean it's terrible. Sea Dog, another one that wants Rex. He wants to go dip back into the past and pretend that the 6 years were successful. I'm with you. What is this again? Illinois State University, Redbird for life. There it is. I think it's Illinois, right? Fan since 94. If they fire JD after this year, I'll be done with this. Look, I'm going to be here, right? I'll still keep watching, but I feel the same way. It's like, I mean, dude, Joe Douglas, even if he makes these mistakes, is clearly the best general manager we've ever had. I don't even think it's up for debate. I really don't.
Yeah, I'm stuck with the Jets till the day I die. So
it's
it's not about I'd be super disappointed, pissed off, and upset, but there's no such thing as I'm done with this team. It's impossible.
Yeah. So Eric Craig, we're going to start the Beanbagger private Zoom chat in about 6 minutes over there, 4:30. If you guys want to join in on that, you can join the Beanbaggers. The link is in the Discord. The link to join the Beanbaggers is in the description. And if you want to come in, as soon as you join, you'll get the link for the Discord. Come on in and you can find the link to the Zoom. We'll be in there chit-chatting away without the noise, just us quietly talking about our feelings. But I'm with you, man. I don't think car is the way to go. Now, I saw something interesting here. 4th place schedule. Who was it? Where did that go? I lost the comment. 4th place schedule is that's a positive, right? So we get the higher draft pick. We get the 4th place schedule. Nice. Okay. Pretty good. Junio Rudy says Mike LaFleur would need to go. No touchdowns since Detroit. Oh my God. It is really bad, guys. It's really bad. Again, when you watch the tape, the actual tape, you'll see, man. If anybody's watching it, I'm not taking LaFleur off the hook. I'm just saying, when you watch it, you go, oh, wow. Oh my God. It's like, that's the feelings you have. Holy shit. There are guys open all over there. Why isn't he throwing it? What are you doing? Like, that's the sense that I get when I watch the tape. I'm like, what the fuck? Why didn't he throw that? Like, that's how I feel. That's my reaction when I watch the tape. Thomas Cahill, does Simpson last till the 11th? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know who you're talking about. So I have, Thomas, like I said, I have consciously made a decision not to even look at the college ranks. And it just so happened this year, with all my changes, I haven't been able to watch much college ball. So I am about as in the dark as I've ever been this offseason.
GreenBean, there's something you need to know.
What's that?
And I'm not harping on this guy, guys. I'm just pointing this out because I've never seen anything like it. Sam Darnold for the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers won 10-7 today. Sam Darnold's numbers was 5 for 15 for 43 yards, 2 interceptions, and his quarterback rating was 2.8. Sam Darnold.
I mean, these are our guys. This is who we fucking trotted out there. And isn't it a funny thing, Jeremy? I mean, as soon as Sam Darnold has one game that just say, oh, the Jets, blah, 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 Sammy. It's like, can we just slow down, everybody? Sam sucks.
I've just never seen I've never seen numbers like that in my life, in my entire life.
Yeah. So Cahill, I don't really know. I just don't know. anything about the draft. I'm going to spend this week looking at some stuff, and I'll, the next few months I'll be digging in like I always do, creating my opinions, watching full games of guys and all that shit. Let's see. Flight Right says I'm right. I like that. I like you, Flight Right. Thank you. You're a good dude. You're one of the best, Flight Right. I want you to know that. Patrick says thank you. Well, thank you. Kyle offered, let me see it. KyleOifer.com. Kyle Oif. I'm trying, buddy. Rex better than Salah. Again, you would need to put Salah up there for 6 years to find that. But I'll tell you what, I liked Rex much better than Salah. I'll tell you that. I'm struggling with Salah, to be honest with you guys. I really am. Jason Edwards, Jets fan for life. I know we're stuck, buddy. We really are. It's like it's a crazy thing. But I'm here too. I've been here my whole life. I'm not going to get tattoos or anything. I almost did like 2 or 3 times in my life. I almost got Jets tattoos, and I didn't, and I don't think I'm gonna. If we win the Super Bowl, how about that, Jeremy? There's my boast. If the Jets win a Super Bowl, I will consider getting a Jet tattoo. There you go. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Mothman Evolve says Jets owner Woody Johnson declined to talk outside the locker room after the game. He said plans on speaking to reporters later this week. Yeah. So you know what they're going to say that's because he's firing everybody. So I don't know what that means. He's just probably like, I don't fucking feel like talking to you, you snakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but still, it's like it's with Woody Johnson. You always got to like think about, oh my God, what might happen, because we never know for sure. Like we don't know. He's an emotional, impulsive kind of person, I think, like in what we experienced early on and when he was, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what could happen. Like, we don't know for sure. Nobody can say anything for sure. He might lose his, like, he might be furious and he might come out and just fire the whole thing.
He might.
But
don't forget, Woody also, he's admitted publicly, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, what he's doing. He's hired 2 outside, agencies, if you will, to help him hire. I don't think he's really looking forward to doing that again. Now, he might say to Joe Douglas, look, I want you to clean house. But I don't see him firing Joe Douglas and having to go fucking hire Corn Ferry again or go to the, Casserly and Ron Wolf and ask them to help. I just don't think he's going to do that. Now, maybe I'm way off. If he does, I'm going to admit, like, wow, I need to admit, I don't know this man. He's a sporadic, I don't know.
I would never see him firing JD only because of what you just said. I mean, this guy has went to consulting firms to find himself a GM. He doesn't know how to do it. So I have no question that he's going to hold on to JD, but I could see him running into JD's office and saying, I'm done with these coaches.
Right.
Like,
they suck, Joe. Look, I'm with you. I was on the call too. He sucks. Get rid of him. Okay. He might. And Joe might go, okay. And then Joe might say, how about this? Suck my balls, and I'm not doing anything. You don't know what you're talking about, and I'm keeping the thing going. And he might say, you're fired too. And he might say, good, I have 3 more years under my contract. You're going to pay me, buddy. I mean, who knows? They could throw apples at each other, Jeremy. I don't know. They could do anything. They can sit down and smoke doobs. They could do anything. We don't know anything. Yeah, Kev Chana says, if the Jets win the Super Bowl, GreenBean gets a tattoo on his face. Like Mike Tyson. I like how you did that. You almost made it like as if it's real, Kev. I won't be doing that. Hawk says his sources say LaFleur is getting fired. And Hawk, Hawk's sources. Strong, right, Hawk?
I could like, a few weeks ago, I would have said it's not going to happen. Didn't think it was going to happen. I'd be shocked if it did. I will honestly say if Mike LaFleur gets fired, I will not be shocked. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it would not shock me. I wouldn't sit there. I would not be shocked anymore at this point.
Right. Really surprised?
Right.
Maybe. Shocked? Right. No.
Not at all. It would be like, oh, wow, they did it. Like, I'd be like that. But, like, oh, I didn't think they were going to do it. But I wouldn't sit there and go, I can't believe this. Like, it wouldn't be anything close to when Miami fired their head coach last year. That was shocking.
Right. So, all right, listen, guys, we're going to end this one. I do appreciate your presence. This was a fun season. I'll remind you, I have the Good Morning Jets show every morning, Tuesday through Saturday. Every morning, I regret doing it. I regret having to wake up and do it, but I love it once we're starting. 9 a.m. every single day. The episode 99 of GreenBean's Jets Pod will be out tomorrow morning. Guys, I appreciate your presence and support. You're the best. It sucks that we have to endure this shit every single year. I'm sorry. I wish I had some more input. But again, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like the video on your way out. Hit that subscribe button for us. We got the GreenBean Jets fan channel. Don't forget to support Jetnation's YouTube channel as well. And Jets Chaos, our boy Jeremy right here. Guys, have a great rest of the week. And we will see you. Let me do something here, Jeremy. We'll see you next time. See you later, everybody.